The cameras the other day, did you not have them like lighted up or zoomed in? Oh, did they? They ended up doing all right them as well, didn't they, them clips? We're live. Okay, welcome, join us as we watch the Champions League. Glasgow Rangers against Victoria Plzen. Czech Republic team.
Say so, yeah, I'll go with that.
Plzen or something like that. Doesn't like it looks like someone spelled the word wrong, doesn't it? Clement Taupin is the French referee, I think. That's who that is, isn't it? Yeah, my phone. I think Russell Martin is not the answer for Glasgow Rangers. I mean, I thought that when he was given the job, and every result kind of since Barton the Panathinaikos, I know he hasn't had a lot of games, but I do feel they've drawn with Motherwell at the weekend and he's got stuck into the team and then makes a few changes tonight. This going to be a big game for him so early in his tenure.
Yeah, I've said just with the hasty changes he's made, he's put himself under a bit of pressure already. Why would you do that as a manager?
Because he's a wanker. I think he's an absolute wanker and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Is he trying to make a statement?
I think he's a bluffer. Like, if you look at him, he's just failed up everywhere he's gone. Barring the Southampton promotion, which you have to give him credit for. Really, his teams have always had loads of ball possession. Like, if you'd had 25 passes for a goal, then he might be your man. But unfortunately, that's not the way you win games of football. And I genuinely think he's a one-trick pony who doesn't have a plan B. Showcased by his Southampton team, who were fucking useless, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The way he set them up, you were just going to get yourself absolutely obliterated in the Premier League. Like,
yeah, even the Croatian fella who came in had just had enough after like 3 games, hadn't he?
Well, like, the contrast of that, it was...
Not much you can do here.
Yeah, but the contrast of that, you've gone from possession-based ideology where they're never going to change. We've got our style of play and that's how we're going to change and that's it. Russell Martin's way of playing. And then the fella who comes in was, from what I hear from inside the dressing room, was a completely different character in terms of wanted them to go man for man all over the pitch. Now, if you've got a brain cell and you're Southampton manager, you go man for man in the Premier League all over the pitch, you're going to get beaten more often than you win. It's like you're just setting teams up to fail. You've got to give your defence at least the one man, if not another couple of men in defensive midfield advantage to try and counter some of the talents that play in the Premier League. You can't leave them boys one-on-one, especially if you've only got players of Southampton's calibre.
Yeah. Quite ballsy though. I think this is the last qualifier in it, yeah. It's a two-legger, yeah.
Well, it just stinks of them really not managing at all the situation in the club. Like, you got promoted, Southampton, but you've gone through 2 managers. They're now on a 3rd manager in Will Still, who's got to rebuild on again to get yourself back in the same position that you're already in. I
don't know, like maybe... I see where you're coming from, but with any of the 3 teams come up, if you use this season as an example, Leeds, Burnley and Sunderland obviously sneaked it with a good bit of form at the end of the season, but have they not got a free hit? Are their expectations that low anyway? Or the external expectations are that low that they just think we may as well go man for man?
Well, it's not just that. It is actually literally money talks. Kevin Maguire's just done put a bit of data out today, linking clubs' wages spent to league position. The top teams in 2023-24 season in the Premier League that spend... The top 8 teams are the teams that spent the top 8 budgets.
Yeah.
The bottom 3 teams are the teams who had the lowest budgets.
Yeah.
Like,
surely United and Tottenham were an exception of that.
No, the top 3 were on a minute.
2 minutes and 45 seconds.
The literally, like, there is a literal direct correlation now in the tables of finances in terms of wages spent.
Yeah.
That, I mean, I don't know it's a big piece, like Kevin's put it up on his Twitter today. It was only that I seen it, because it's like, yeah, what else you'd expect? So the 3 teams that are coming up this year have had a bit of a go. When you look at the spending this year, Fulham have only spent 430 grand, Palace have only spent 2 mil, and as of yet, Villa have only spent 6 mil. We're the top 5 spenders in the Premier League. Liverpool have spent 17 gazillion, and they're going to spend more on Isaac and Gay and all that. Net spend, though, somehow weirdly, they've spent 7 zillion, but the net spend still off the Coutinho money. Somehow they're still living off the Coutinho money. Second is Chelsea, who have spent $1 billion last time, have spent another 200 and odd million again. But like, the FFP just doesn't exist to them. Third, Arsenal with 190 odd million, or what's that, 170. And then fourth, Man City with 150 after spending a load in the summer. So it's
so
like
the top four's already given in it, really.
Well, let's be honest here. We're playing a rigged game. If you're playing football now, you're playing a rigged game. Surely Newcastle, Aston Villa, Everton, PSR situation shows you how bent the game is of football.
Yeah.
And they don't want Newcastle with PIF coming in there. But this is the weirdest thing about football. FSG have got investments with the Saudi, with PIF, right? So FSG Sports Group and Saudi have got...
FSG's Liverpool, isn't it?
Liverpool
yeah.
have got collaboration.
Yeah.
Chelsea and Saudi have got collaboration through this Clearwater. And obviously the Saudis own Newcastle. So it's like... So the Saudis going to buy Nunes off Liverpool for more money to pay for the money that they're going to give to Saudi Arabia for Isaac. It's bizarre.
Madness. Yeah.
But the game is actually rigged to keep the big clubs big. And if you were ever in any doubt about it, you only have to have a look at the last 4 years where Aston Villa have done fantastic. Sorry, you got to sell all your best players and you can't spend. PSR. Newcastle do sorry, you got to sell all your best players. PSR. Chelsea have been shit. Keep spending. Man United shit. Yeah, keep spending. No problem. Man City keep spending. Liverpool spending. Like, I know Liverpool are one of the better run clubs out of it all. But like, if you've got money to spend, you should be able to spend it.
Forest, like, Everton, Leicester on the backside of that.
All getting a second. Like, it's hard enough to break down the top clubs because of how much they spend and how much money they've got and how much resources. But actually, just in case you had a chance, like Leicester, right, we're going to take that away so these never have a chance of winning. Yeah. And we'll keep the big clubs big.
And I always do. After the podcast you done with Kieran Maguire, you kind of said that it doesn't matter how many charges City will mount up because they just get better.
That's what it was on about. That's where that's come from, City. That's one of Kieran Maguire's, I think, stats that he's put up today.
Yeah, go on, sorry, carry on.
But I was going to say to you, like, so how long is it? So you need 14 clubs in the Prem to vote for anything, don't you? So we're already saying Newcastle, PIF, own Newcastle. Liverpool, FSG, American owners. Chelsea, so the PIF have got a finger in those pies in one way or another. Once they get over 14 in the Premier League, all these foreign owners, they just go, nah, we're not doing this anymore, we're doing this. And that's that. League. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
And we'll go, right, do you know what, let's get rid of fucking promotion and relegation. Let's get that
fucking politics,
get that out of it.
Politics.
But again, I think it's wrong that the big clubs have got such a monopoly on how they sign players and how you make money and what you can spend, because like this isn't fair. So if you've got £1 billion to spend, your owner, you should be able to spend it.
So the next race is going to be to get in that top 14, isn't it? Rather than it's kind of to solidify yourself as one of those top clubs who are going to be involved in that league. That's what's going to be up for grabs over the next decade, would you say? Well,
you've got a couple. I think you've got a few things happening here. Oh, half a chance. I think you've got a few things happening here, as you've seen with Morecambe the other day. You've got clubs now who, if Morecambe would have had a TV game last year or an FA Cup game or whatever, or a couple of TV games, that 150 grand, 200 grand could be the difference between people getting the wages paid and the club staying in existence and not. The fact that you've got the cosplay taking that slot, because the cosplay on a Saturday or a Sunday is taking that slot. Now people will go, well, the cosplay is not sustainable. The Women's Euros has just lost the country that hosted it 20 million. Right? If you put the Men's World Cup or the Men's Euros there, you're talking about 800 million to 1.2 billion profit for the country that hosts it. So it's the same with the WNBA. These are things that are just going to run at a loss because they're not sustainable because the women don't want to watch it. Women would rather watch other women arguing with each other and bitching on Cheshire Housewives or fucking Housewives of fucking Los Angeles or something than they would watching other women play sport. Women prefer to watch other women arguing or love triangles or love problems than they do watching women play other sport. Now, if we keep subsidising nonsense pottery, now I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, you know, young girls playing footy, staying fit, blah blah blah, no problem at all. But if you're not giving these eyeballs and these TV revenues to your Morecambes, your Berries, your lower league clubs, then how many more times are we going to have clubs that, like, Morecambe are out the league now? Do you know what I mean? They're about to fold as a club. How many more of these are we going to get? Now,
yeah, it's a good point.
For me, I'd rather watch Morecambe play I'd learn more watching Morecambe play than I would watching the Lionesses play, because Morecambe would beat the Lionesses 300-0. But this is where we are, and we've got, as I say, we've got the gaslighting start, and they couldn't just win the World Cup. They had to win the World Cup with the blind goalie. Did you know that? The goalie was blind. Fucking hell. And one of the players had a broken leg. And there's another girl in the team who can't get a game. She's a rubber dub, but she kicks the ball harder than any man at the elite level of the men's game. And you just couldn't just win your spawny little trophy on pens. You couldn't be just happy with that. You had to have somebody who played the whole tournament with a broken leg, which we all know to be absolute nonsense. It's probably a bit of bone bruising and a small hairline fracture. Then it was Hannah Hampton, the goalie. She's blind. I was like, how good she then? She can't even fucking see. She saved a couple of pens. And then this fucking Chloe Kelly, helium voice, Squeaky Thompson, comes on with, she's got a harder shot than Alexander Isak, who had the hardest shot in the Premier League. And you're like, time out here. This is bollocks. Time out.
Absolute bollocks.
And you'd have to put up with it, lad. You know what I mean? They're playing it on the news. The Lioness is coming home with the trophy. Over Keir Starmer meeting Donald Trump in Turnberry, where the Prime Minister of the UK has been summoned to come and meet the leader of the free world and the world's biggest military. The Prime Minister of our country has been summoned in our country to go and meet another leader.
He is one bag of shite, that Keir Starmer, isn't he?
Well, what cards has he got to play? Do you know what I mean? He had no cards to play, and also he's horrendous under pressure. And when you're with Trump and you're choreographed and you know every word you're going to say and every answer because he's a didactic, robotic person, and Trump just randomly says stuff. You could see him, he was like a cat on a hot tin roof the whole interview. You know, he's talking about Sadiq Khan, just lit Sadiq Khan. Oh, here's my friend.
Why does he put his hands up like that before he talks?
Don't know. I don't know why he does a lot of things. Like
have you seen, what is it? Is it
he's
on
dead after that, he's dead, isn't he? He's dead after... he can't stand there to Trump and say, he's basically just stood there and lied to the US president to try and save face about like the boats coming over and about freedom of speech and all that. Like you're saying, we've had freedom of speech all ages in the UK. It's like, why are you locking everyone up for then?
He's just a reflection now of the fucking of the average person in Britain who were electing him into power. Is what he is.
I think Boris Johnson and the Tory party had the country off by giving all the COVID contracts out and fleecing everybody and taking the absolute Michael. And I think people were rightly aggrieved. And if Labour never got in this election, they were never getting in. The problem is they got in, and they're more disliked than the outgoing Tory party. Now the problem you've got is this fucking other absolute rat bastard Farage is looking likely to make some dents. Well, we know he's a disingenuous diet Tory, isn't he? He's just diet Tory, him.
But what would you rather though? And I'm not siding with the Tories, like never in my life, but what would you rather over Keir Starmer, over this kind of Orwellian fucking...
No, well, you know where I was at in the last election?
Rule.
I'm spoiling my ballot. I was saying, reform.
But someone's got to have it though, unless... Well, no, what's going to be the best outcome? If
everyone just says, we're not voting, none of us are voting, we're not having any of yous. So, are you going to vote? No. There's no vote.
Who runs the country then? No, the military.
Well, it can't. They're running it bad, so it doesn't matter. It's like, it can't be any worse than this shower of shit. So let's just have nobody running for a bit. Let the dust settle and we'll see what happens. Let's just let the dust settle. Because the civil service run it anyway. Civil service run the country anyway. If you ever see the debacle of Liz Truss's time, she wanted to make change or whatever and was stopped at every junction by the civil service. So the government is what it is, but the civil service actually runs the country.
What's the civil service, like the court systems and...
There's loads of people in different levels of the civil service, but regardless of Tory or Labour or Lib Dem or whichever way you vote, the civil service is there to keep the country running no matter what, right? Now, the problem is the civil service has been corrupted, and I'll tell you why the civil service has been corrupted, kind of Soviet style. They've been putting stuff out this week asking for people to apply for jobs, but unless you've got working class, you need not apply. So they're actually only hiring based on class, which is fucking dangerous. And now, we're part of the working class. Yeah, but you're not getting a civil service. So they're choosing civil service positions based on class.
Right. And if you're working class, you need not apply.
Well, we need the best candidate. No, if you're working class, you're the only chance you've got of getting on it is being working class. If you're from middle to upper class, now you've got no chance. Now, people are going, I'm like, well, hang on a sec, just because you... Yeah. If you choose anybody based on a class-based system, it's wrong.
It's spoiled, yeah.
It should be the best candidate for the job. It shouldn't be, oh, we've ticked the box. It's actually DEI working again, but in a completely wrong way. Now, because we're working class and it's to our advantage, you're going, oh, well, it should be all right. You should get more working class in there. No, should never hire anybody based on the class. It should be the merit of the person. Is this the correct person for the job?
What is the civil service though? Like
So
what positions?
Like So I actually googled it the other day. You've got my phone there. I went on ChatGPT.
Because I know a lot of people.
I went on ChatGPT and just asked them what
a
is
lot of
the
people
UK
say
civil service.
They work in civil service. Chance, get in 1-0.
Oh, good finish.
Due to the Gers.
That's a good finish, to be fair. So, civil service.
Is he the one they got from Chef Wed?
Yeah. It's a good take because they'd obviously fell apart.
It's mad what's happened to them, lad, Chef Wed.
It's the owner, isn't it? It's got a mad owner.
Is he the Indian fella?
Chancellor, I don't think he's Indian.
Yeah.
Is he Thai or Asian, or he's an Asian guy, I think.
And what's he done? Just down tools, just said, I've had enough.
Okay, so the civil service would be, alright, so 2005 civil service power rankings. You've never heard of them, but they run your life, the civil service. That's the quote, yeah. So you've got Simon Case, who's the cabinet secretary. So he runs the whole civil service, which is pretty much everything that happens in Britain he'll know about. Right. Then you've got James Bowler, who's the permanent secretary of the Treasury. You've got Sarah Haley, who's the cabinet office queen pin, it says here. If your GP can't find your NHS number,
these are on the top table then in government.
Then you've got Department of Health lifetimer, Sir Chris Warnwald, Sir Richard Moore, MI6 chief. So MI6 is terrorist and all that abroad. Yeah. MI5's anything that happens here. Then you've got Dame Shan Morgan, Welsh Government Permanent Secretary. It says retired in 2021, but influence lingers. Megan Lee Devlin, Chief Exec, Central Digital and Data Office. Tamara Frankenstein, DEFRA, Permanent Secretary, manages farmers, floods, food, failed subsidy schemes. Jonathan Slater, former Education Secretary, but it says he got sacked, but is still influential. And then you've got Minister of Justice, Permanent Secretary. It's like all like stuff like that. That isn't like former National Security advisor, and then obviously.
So these are at the top table in cabinet then?
No, they're scattered all over the country. Like the civil service runs the country, but like politics, obviously you think they're running the country, which they make certain decisions, but it's actually if the civil service, so the government ministers can say, right, we're doing this, and the civil service say, nah, we're fucking not doing that. So the politicians will set the plan and give the order, but the civil service are the ones who have to execute it. So if they don't want to do something, they might get the order and go, I'm just going to slowball that.
As in what?
So like Liz Truss wanted to do certain things and change it.
Say, for instance.
No, that's stuff that'll happen in the House of Lords and the rules, but like say you want to implement something. So like Liz Truss wanted to implement something, whatever it is, and the civil service just slow it down or just kill it.
Yeah.
So even though they're going, yeah, we've got the money and all that there, they're just like, yeah, it's not getting done. We don't want to do it, it's not getting done. So actually the civil service controls the country, really, because they're the ones who actually do it. So if they're aligned with the politicians and the politicians get them on side, they can make huge progress. But if they're at war with the civil service or they don't agree with it, they can actually kill the politicians by just stalling and killing all of their plans.
Never knew that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
So unless we get a grip on those people, as well as, you know, Labour, Tory, Lib Dem, Green Party, whatever, Reform, all fucking advanced. Jeremy Corbyn's got one, hasn't he? A mad collection of fucking.
Wouldn't that? So what you said there, then they're only going to be taking applications from the working class. Wouldn't that mean that's a positive to let genuine, honest people get in there? No, because you're giving jobs based on someone's race or someone's class rather than someone's ability. It's wrong. You're going to get the wrong people. And their antidote to it, it's just another way of them fixing the system to protect them, to keep them in it. But it's actually the wrong message to send. And just because we're working class and you're going, well, they're not just giving it to brown people, it's actually giving working class. But no, you should just be the best person for the job. But they're changing the rules, or they've put something on, not changing the rules, they've put something on
but pretty much says, unless you're of this certain class system, you need not apply, pretty much.
Yeah.
So if we've seen that, you know, you've seen it in the fire service now, if you're not the right type of person in terms of the colour of your skin.
Oh, what a tackle, lad.
Like, you don't get in the fire brigade, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
now, we kick off when it's, they're only iron brown people, are they? Oh, that can't be right. Well, this is the same thing. Like, any discrimination based on anything other than merit, for me, is wrong.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And anyway, the civil service are very, very important, and the problem we've got now is politically, I think it's a mess. Obviously, Corbyn started the party. Looks like Ben Habib started the party. That obviously reform of a relatively new party. So they're all going to compete for votes.
Yeah.
But actually, even if you vote, you're ending up with a.
It's just going to be like a dissolved.
And the civil service are doing what they want to do anyway.
Like about 15 different small groups, and no one's actually going to win.
Well, it doesn't matter really who wins it unless you get your hands on the civil service, because they are actually the ones who you've got to get on side. So you could win. Like Liz Truss was in charge, but her big fingers that the civil service just fucked it off, and you can't get anything done.
Right.
But we are politically in a mess, aren't we? We are really in a mess, because, I mean, I spoiled my ballot last time. I felt we were in a mess last time and abstained from voting, and I made up I did.
You get to read off just what's going on in the street and in society. Like when you have a chat in the boozer and that, getting first-hand fucking views on what everyone thinks on society. You see it in the media. We're just surrounded by fucking horseshit, aren't we, basically? Well,
there's a lot of I think gaslighting, you'd have to call it, propaganda, but there's a lot of gaslighting going on about, like, as I say, for me, the news covering the Lionesses is the first news article, and then playing the bagpipes over Trump and all that, the BBC News at 6 o'clock, and then 10 o'clock, I'm like, oh my God, this is a full psychological operation.
And this new online safety ban.
On that as well. That's why I've come off the socials. I just thought it's not even worth the risk. Like, people are going, oh, you have to stay and fight and all that. I'm like, no, I'm staying and fighting. I just have to do it in a different way, because they will kick your doors off its hinges. Kick your doors off its hinges because you've retweeted something that they don't like.
There's already reports, isn't there, that there's like 30 people a week are getting nicked for malicious communications online.
But again, if people can't talk about stuff, what do they think? It's just all going to disappear and like everything's going to be fine. It's like madness.
What I don't get, the world's calling it out, but they're just
great clearance off the line. Should have been 2-0 Rangers there.
The world's calling it out, but they're just doing it anyway. Like, where's the European courts?
It's like what's going on in the Middle East, isn't it? Like, we're not seeing anything from what's going on, because the Israelis have just said no press, no one's seeing anything going on. That's it, and no one can do anything. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, there's madness going on there, but we're not showing, no one's seeing anything.
Is it censorship?
If you don't see it happen, so they're actually going to choose now. This Online Safety Act, they're actually going to choose now what you can and can't see as an adult. So, for instance, obviously people are being kicking off because you want to have a joddle. You have to put the ID in or whatever to have a joddle. This is how stupid they are, because everyone, surely with the brain cell, knows what a VPN is.
You can't get on the Barry Orn.
The Frankie Vaughan lad, they can't get access to it now unless you put a mugshot in. Now, yeah, all right, you not want to see some young people watching a bit of Frankie, right? Yeah. Like, that's but actually, there's loads of other stuff that's behind that. So that's the thing they've used. Obviously, calling Farage a Jimmy Savile apologist or something like that. One of the Labour fellas.
Who was that little snivelling swat?
Someone Kyle.
And then
he'd been hanging around with that chaplain, and that Ivor chaplain.
Someone had put his bio, like a little bio on him, and the people who hung around with and all that.
Yeah, but he's not saying that unless he's had the green light off the leader.
How is he in a position of fucking
power? He's been sent out to noise him up. He's been, because Starmer can't come out and say it, so they've gone, right, how do we detract from the fact that I've just had my arse handed to me by fucking Trump?
Yeah.
Right, we'll send this fella out, and this is what he's going to say, because they're trying to use the Trump playbook. So, attack on, because Starmer is the one who never prosecuted Jimmy Savile. He was the head of the CPS and chose not to prosecute him.
Yeah.
But actually to come out and say, he with this Online Safety Act, by Farage opposing it, he wanted people like Jimmy Savile to carry on doing what they were doing. It's like, Whoa. But the fella who's told him to say that is the fella who actually did let Jimmy Savile carry on doing what he's doing. But then so it's like a schoolboy argument. You come in and say something to me. It's what these far left agitators do. They calling people Nazis and that. They're the real fucking Nazis. So you call people and bastardise people with what you actually are by putting it on them. Because if they say it back to you, you go, well, I've just called you that. It's bizarre. So that must have come from Starmer to say, this is what we're going to say about Farage, and we're going to put it on his toes about Jimmy Savile. And if they come back and go, which they're going to, well, you, Jimmy Savile, then it's lost in the crossfire. It sounds like they're being childish and schoolboy. And then the Labour Party have doubled down on it. No one's apologised to Farage. Basically called Nigel Farage Jimmy Savile's mate, haven't they? And said he's a fucking paedophile, fucking sympathiser, which is outrageous. I got sued for way less than that. Way less than that. Now, the Labour Party have put him out to say that, and no one from Labour's come out and said, by the way, he's out of turn there, he shouldn't have said that. So that says that directive's come from the top, and that was a full smoke screen to distract us elsewhere. It's fucking outrageous. Honestly, mad times we're living in. But also, as I say, we've got to figure our way out of it. Like, because this can't carry on. What type of environment are we going to leave for future generations?
It won't. It's just...
Where do you genuinely see it going? Do you think it's going to get like a lot worse before it gets better, or do you think we're slowly starting to see things maybe get turned the other way?
There's part of me that would like to think people after COVID, what they've done there and the operation there psychologically, and after what they're seeing now with, you know, one Tory saying one thing and Labour saying another thing, and just both being let downs massively to the people who've voted for them or believed in them. I just don't see where people go. Like, if you're in a democracy and you can't vote your way out of it, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? Britain could, it could very quickly become a real failed state, because financially we must be in a pickle because some of the decisions they've made. We've obviously sold our arse cheeks to the Qataris and the Russians and all that. In you know, half of London's owned by Qatar, Russia, Saudi. You know, it's not under, you know, all our footy clubs. How many are owned? Big clubs are owned by British people now. Not many. So, you know, all our steel factories have gone abroad now. Car factories are all owned by, you know, foreign owners. And like, what have we actually got in the country that you go, oh yeah, we do that unbelievably. Like, we're selling off. The post office has been sold off to fucking French, the fucking ferry. Like, it's
what the Czech Republic didn't it go, the post office?
Well, this is what I'm saying. So we haven't actually. What do we, like? All the railways have been privatised. So what do we actually have? But at some point, surely people will just say, no, we're not paying any tax. We've had enough. We're checking out. We're not voting for it.
And revolution.
Well, if everybody en masse just refused to pay the tax bill, how solvent could the country stay, and how long could it stay for? Because they can nick one year, but they can't put every single person in jail. They don't have the capacity to do that now.
Lad, you're going to get through and nick for saying you're fucking starting a revolution here.
I'm not advertising doing it. I'm just saying, what would hypothetically, what would happen if everybody just said, nope.
The country would be fucked.
Well, you're going to put everyone in jail.
You're
going to have to put everyone in jail. Like, I don't think...
impossible, though.
Well, again, I don't... They can't do it. You wouldn't have... The people who are putting people in jail have got to keep them there, would hopefully be on the same side as you. So it just needs a mass... And how long will you do it for? But if people just sit around and say, nope.
I just think realistically it needs a new party with a proper leader, what meets everyone's...
Well, do you remember the
values?
Morrissey song, Irish Blood, English Heart? And he spoke about it, and if you listen to it back, I've been dreaming of the time when the English are sick to death of Labour and Tory.
Yeah.
Well, we're approaching that. I won't...
Yeah, it can't get any worse.
And Oliver Cromwell or something and denounce this royal line that still salutes him. And the more and more I listen to it, you think, whether that's 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, like, King Charles must be... severe. Like, his mum, Elizabeth, was clearly liked and respected by everybody, wasn't she? Like, no matter what you thought of the royal family, you know the Queen was a class act. But I don't think Charles has the same affection from the people. Maybe because of the Diana stuff and whatever it is. I wouldn't go out my way to say, oh, he's a much loved king, Charlie.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know he
I think
fucking
if he
existed, would
passes
you, to be
away
honest?
and
Yeah.
William takes over, I think William will be way more liked by
I
the
think
people.
that's maybe what it needs. Like that's when I said a new leader, maybe not a political leader, but maybe.
But they've sold us out though, and they've sold the soul, haven't they? The Royals, because you know, you seen Charles last week
I think
talking
they're
about.
all right though, aren't they? Like
Who?
William and Harry are all right.
Well, they don't even speak to Harry.
Yeah.
So
Needs to
do
sound as
you
well.
think King Charles gives a solitary fuck about you if he doesn't even speak to his own son? We're going to care one iota. He's just a pleb to them. They don't care about us. The problem they've got is I think they've sold the soul of the country. So the reason you're seeing Islam make the manoeuvres it's making here is because Newcastle with the Saudis are sports washing, the Muslims are sports washing Man City and all these other clubs, and there's big money coming into the country from those oil-rich countries. You know, the Qataris, Beckham was ponting around and got his knighthood for basically serving the Qatari royal family up to our royal family so they could fucking invest in our country and keep, you know, the royal household fucking in diamonds. No, not that they're going to be short anyway, but like they outside them castle walls, they don't give a shit what's going on because we're beneath them. They're sent from the gods to rule over us. But like it's 2025, and like yeah, like they've believed that for 1,000 years that maybe you were born and all that. But like they have a pop at me because some of my family members have been involved in crime in the past, and I'm going, you know what says anything about Charlie about there Henry chopping about 14 people's heads off, and how many other royal kings and queens have had people flattened and done away with. But like I'm like, well, let's speak to Charlie about it. Why do I constantly get linked with other people in my family's crime? Like, why is Charlie? Why is no one going, hey, why have you paid 12 million quid to someone he's never met? Who's paid for that? Prince Andrew? Oh, hell. And then, when you look at it, you think, we're living in a fucking lunatic asylum. The illusion of freedom here is bizarre. You go to the shop, right? You go to work.
I seen this quote the other day with everything you pay tax on.
You go to work, half the time you work is to pay the taxman. Then you go to the shop to spend that money and you pay 20% on everything you buy. It's just like, and you're driving to work, 3 points and 50, 60 quid fine for parking or a fucking
then you die
off a light.
You get taxed again.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's nuts.
So it's like, how much do we get taxed? And the biggest thing was, someone was showing me the other day, I'll have to show you the stat. It's really interesting actually. This is the most dangerous thing for me. It's the millionaire migration, all right?
What's this?
So this is where all the millionaires are going, because they can obviously chart it where money moves. So the UAE, the US, Italy, Switzerland, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, that's where all the millionaires are going, right? Where they're all leaving is the UK, China, India, South Korea and Russia.
Yeah.
So people, don't forget, the people who go, who've got the millions who go, you're losing their brains and also their employers in the economy, like, because people are going, fuck this UK off, fuck this. So it's not seen as a really safe place to live. Like, you're getting taxed out your fucking mind on everything, like, plus the cost of living. So people are going, if you've got any sense, you go, fuck that, get myself to Dubai. Now, the benefit of that is their economy picks up not just the person who's got the money, the technology or the innovation or the brains trust, plus also all the, you know, ancillary jobs around them that'll need doing. So, you know, Reeves and this Labour fucking nonsense have just ruined business. You know, national insurance is up, so people aren't employing, and like, it's like, if you really wanted to fucking tank the economy, you'd let all these left-wing nuggets in who've read loads of books but got no actual practical real-life experience, led by a fucking barrister. Not a politician, he was a barrister. And you go, oh yeah, this is going to sort the country out. So the only way I can see it getting sorted out is, it's going to sound horrible to say this, but a massive global conflict where you end up with a wartime leader. And I think the only way this gets sorted out, that it resets itself, is if we have another seismic event like that.
There can't be a massive, like a world war though, can it? Because there's just nuclear bombs.
No, it always ends up with ground conflict.
So
It always ends up with ground conflict. People dug in, you know, Ukraine and the Middle East is, you know, slightly different versions of it, but people are dug in trenches across from each other in Ukraine and the Donbass, and obviously people are dug under houses and in tunnels and all that by the sounds of it in Gaza. You know, Hezbollah have been, or Hamas, or whatever it is, have been, they reckon they've flattened 70% of that place.
I know, it's fucking absurd, isn't it?
But also it's like, where does that end? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where does that end? How do they end that? Does that end when there's no more of Gaza left? That's what it looks like. And then even Starmer coming out after Trump had visited and saying, if Israel don't do this by this time, we're going to recognise Palestine in the United Nations. And Trump's gone, I didn't even speak to him about that. So how can you make a radical statement like that as the leader of the UK, and you've been with the American president 2 days before and you haven't said, hey, by the way, and he's just come out and gone, fucking idiot. So he's gone away from that, gone, right, Bellend, you're not even getting spoke to again, you.
Didn't he put a load of tariffs as well on, like trade tariffs on? Or was that on Europe, not the UK?
Well, she folded. He met Ursula von Leyen, who's the head of the EU, first. And she shit the bed and folded straight away because he's got her by the short and curlies. So she's cut a big mad deal with them, and Trump's obviously won. And then Starmer's got to go in and try and cut a deal, but Britain and America have got a slightly different relationship. But then Starmer's had to lie to him because he couldn't tell how much of a dish. Like, if you're sitting there with the president of America and you've got to lie to him to save face, when, to be fair, the best questions asked were the girl from GB News, that Bev Turner. And he just sat and lied. Like, now, is he stupid? Does he think Trump's people are like fucking imbeciles, that they won't research them coming in? They're not watching him like a hawk. Because they actually want to put Farage in situ, not him. And then when he come away from it, after what he said, do you think Starmer's stock has gone up or down with Trump? Because at least if he told the truth there, he had the widget, you go, you know what, don't agree with him, but I respect him.
Just lied through his teeth.
Where Trump needs, he's the big man, isn't he? He wants Putin and Xi Jinping and all that, so he's seen as a big man. That's why he went to North Korea, like, that's what. So now, you've got the only way to deal with Trump, Joe Rogan tells you, doesn't he, pulls you in with the handshakes and all that. The only way to deal with Trump and get his respect is by being a big man. Keir Starmer is a fucking shitbag. Like, you've seen him on the punch bag in the, have you ever seen the gif of him? Is it the gif of him on the punch bag? Seen it?
No.
You'll have to have a look at it. It's the only way, I'll have to get it off you. It's the only way you'll realise he shouldn't have even been allowed to speak to Trump. Because if Trump's watched this video, he's getting no respect. Get on this, lad. Starmer boxing. If you haven't seen anyone on the chat, get on us here. Starmer boxing, get on it, lad. Oh no, I've sent it to Tom anyway. Oh my god. Like, but they're doing him a favour, that lad. He was like, you're not like nothing you've ever seen. Sorry, Tom, I've just sent that to your show, and Josh, if you're watching. Yeah, he's just like, I'm like, is this the best we've got? Like, but it clearly is. That's what people voted for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's the point in, like, we're gonna run a next election, and we could end up with Nigel Farage, who I can't bear him. I just think he's a weasel. I think he'll say anything and do anything. I think he's desperate to be the leader of the Conservatives, but obviously that ship sailed, and because he's, you know,
doesn't he normally get laughed out of the chambers? What do they call it? The House of Lords.
Well, they're still quite a small party, aren't they? Reform, but by the end of the next election, I don't think they will be. I think they're going to make enormous traction, mainly because of what you've said there in terms of Labour and Tory have just let down people so much that people are just going to go, do you know what, fuck yous.
Like, for the layman, if you're somewhere in the middle between that abomination of Labour and the fucking money-hungry, greedy, robbing bastards of the Tories, if you get somewhere in the middle, you're going to be in business.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though, isn't it? Like, it's how much trust has been eroded in the last, let's say, 8 years. For me, after COVID, I don't think I'll ever see the world the same. I don't think I'll ever see the world the same after what happened in that period. And then subsequently what you're seeing happening, like the rewriting of history. You know, it is really Orwellian to go, no, it never happened, I never said that. And you're like, no, you did. No, I never said that. Like, you're seeing them all now. There's loads who took big mad positions who now are stepping away from it because you know the data and the destruction of that pandemic and how it was started or how it was policed has, I think, completely eroded. I think it was the last straw with lots of people. I think people were really tolerant up until a certain point, and then after that, I think people now have gone, oh no. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the next period.
Yeah.
But like you see in the political fracture in the parties, as I say, you've got Corbyn and a load of you've got Corbyn and a few brown women on the Labour going to some party. You've got Ben Habib, who was once in Reform, who was at Rupert Lowe, who's gone to Advance. Tommy Robinson's endorsed them the other day. You know what I mean? So it's just like, we've gone from having 2 parties really to vote for, maybe Lib Dem at one point, but really 2 parties, to now 7 parties.
Yeah, I've seen, we'll get on Tommy Robinson in a minute, he's been nicked again, hasn't he? But did you see that thing, the anti-Tifa thing, where that Green Party councillor was at the front with the placards?
Was this the hotel?
At the
she
hotel.
Like Deirdre Barlow?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. And the fellas bollocked her in the face. You fucking shut your mouth.
Can't.
And she just stood there like that, and then
yeah,
obviously the internet does his thing. And she was a councillor for the Green Party. And then I seen something the other day that there was this white fella stood in front of an hotel from the Sutton, somewhere down south, maybe like the Brighton Greens Muslim Party or something like that.
Oh lad, it's nuts out there. If there's a great girl, if anyone's out there, called Charlotte Gill, who's doing a kind of UK version of Doge, but she's just fucking like these Antifa, and she just goes, here they are, look, here's this one at this protest, here's another one, here's the same fella here and here, like this, yeah. These are getting busted around.
And what party is she representing?
She's not.
She's just independent?
She's just out there just going, nah, this is not right. She's just really clever and is brilliant with computers and just digs, like she's the one who what was some of the big scoops she was doing in and around, like she's had a few, but basically found like mad contracts like that, like the government's paying, going like, what the fuck's this? She's on at the minute Global, who sponsor LBC and Sadiq Khan, and now they're pushing this left-wing agenda, and she's like, this is who's behind this and this is who's pushing it. And you might think Dom Jolly's here, but Dom Jolly links back to, and she just links them all back to go, he works with, like, you're going, how the fuck do you work? Like, but
and it's all public knowledge, and she's just like...
Yeah, she just finds it out. She's brilliant on, like, you wouldn't want it on your case. But she's doing some great work online now, and as I say, for me, it's just a cesspit, innit? It is a swamp.
Someone just asked, as a Londoner, but he's got pals up here, do you think Scousers will strongly back Labour, or do you think the majority of Scousers will turn?
I don't know. I think Liverpool is solid Labour. I don't think I think some of the outskirts, like, you know, your Knowsleys and all that, might be subject to change. But I think Liverpool city centre, I think you'll struggle to ever not see Liverpool city centre as Labour.
The only thing what'll impact that though is Starmer, because he's ex-Plod.
But he hates Liverpool, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's not ex-Plod, he's ex-CPS, isn't he? Crown Prosecution Service.
Same horse.
But he's
just a snivelling little weasel, isn't he? So I think there's a possibility they'll lose. Like,
I don't think Labour will lose in Liverpool.
But I think it's different because he's asking there from London. In Liverpool, we haven't seen all the stuff that's happening in London yet. We're kind of like the last outpost, aren't we? In terms of like immigration. I know that thing went on in
Southport. Wasn't there something in Hoylake the other day?
Hoylake, it's the Whittle in it. So
yeah, Squiddle, yeah.
Obviously, I think Liverpool has just got.
Oh, well played. Go on.
Chance.
Good tackle, lad.
Penalty. Yeah.
Always give it.
Penal?
I think it was. He just stopped the shot.
That's harsh, that.
Oh, it's Trossard, isn't it, the referee?
No. His name's Topan. I know he looks a bit like him.
Trossard.
Yeah. I don't think that's a pen.
Get sent off here. He's been booked.
I don't think that's a pen, lad.
Some lads just went, I've got this on me telly here, and my bear just walked in and said, what the fuck's Joey Barton got with a bum tickle on his face? You're going to have to address it, lad, because I reckon it looks sharp, mate.
Yeah, I've just shaved the goat off the other day, and as I was whipping it off, I seen the old caterpillar, and I thought, it's kind of been lost, hasn't it, the caterpillar?
Has it?
I was massively influenced by the Lions game Saturday morning, where you had Conan and Nick White, who had the Stormer with the Moose stanger on, and I thought, you know what, like,
What are you going to say by me then?
Yours is not a proper muzzy, is it? Because you always have like the growth on the bottom. You don't rock the muzzy like
No, I do
Tom
when
Selleck type like this.
When I'm freshly shaven.
Magnum PI.
That's strong.
But also,
Have you seen who's just won the pen,
I'm due to
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man?
Yeah, isn't that a Marvel film?
Yeah. Is his name
He's just won
Ant-Man?
the pen for Rangers. Ant-Man.
What are you looking at here? VAR, having a look at it.
They
And
should be
also,
sending them
I'm
off,
due
Barry's
to
already
renew
been
my
booked.
passport this week. So I thought, you've obviously got that for about 10 years, haven't you? And I thought, it'd be quite funny to give it in when you go on holiday or whatever, and when you give it in, on the
stash.
finger, you're standing there with the muzzy, and they look at you like, so you know what I mean? Because my other one, I had the goatee on my other one, so I've just thought, you know what, I'm going to keep the handlebar on for this, but the longer it goes on, don't know what the chat's saying, but the longer it goes on, it's starting to grow on me, the old fairy caterpillar.
I'm going to have to do a poll, yeah.
Have a poll, lad, see what
Right.
Get a Graham, lad, have a Graham, see what they're saying. He's give the pen.
Little Graham poll.
Just give the pen. He'd already been booked for it. He's lucky to stay on the pitch there.
He's a big keeper, him now. Look at the size of him to like the women's keepers, lads. Like his head's nearly touching the bar.
He's blind now.
Right, lads.
Is he blind? Yeah, well,
Little poll there.
Has that ball got a bell in it? Lad, what about her saying she was blind and fucking broken leg? When you... The blind and the broken leg, and then the hard kick
This
is
is
like,
the same
fuck
with
off.
politics because people are just fucking gullible and just believe that shit. That's
Come
how
on,
fucking
Des's
Keir
lad.
Starmer and this Labour have gone in power in the
Good
country.
pen. Good pen, that's a big
Like
goal.
people
as well.
are idiots.
2-0.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a
Gullible
big
idiots.
goal, you need that. So if they win this, are they into the Champions League? If they win, or have they got another round to go through?
How small is he?
It was a great little move. The kid who scored the first goal, like Gossamer is it on the outside, he created it as well. He's
No,
clearly
there's one more round after this.
I mean, Panathinaikos are no mugs. You'd fancy Rangers to beat these.
Well, Celtic are in
And this
it.
is the first leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 legs.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Didn't it always used to be done before the season started?
Yeah, but because it's Scotland and did they finish like they've got to, because it's Scotland and it's seen as fucking.
Yeah, but the Prem
They've
starts
got to
what?
play like the
10
Antarctic
days.
champions and the fucking champions of fucking Lapland and all that, haven't they? Because that's where Scottish footy stands at the same level in the UEFA spectrum. That's not a penalty for me, lads. I think they're being very lucky there. I don't think that's a penalty, like.
Right in the half time as well.
I don't think that's a
Right,
pen.
so we stay on with some football.
Yeah,
Did we
there's a few
see-
things to talk about.
Well, let's just start with the Tom Brady video that come out over the weekend. Did you see it?
I actually haven't seen the documentary. I've seen the clip though. It doesn't look good for Rooney, Dad. I wouldn't be happy if I was Rooney there. I mean, the clip they showed where he's giving a team talk and then goes, "Do you want to take it?" I'm going,
Is he talking to Brady there?
I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know what he...
It looked like
But
he was
even
talking
then,
to Brady on the clip.
the way they clipped it up, it didn't look good, did it?
No.
And also, the other side of it is, right, Tom Brady has been an incredible player, right, in the NFL, which is pretty much just an American league. So even if you're phenomenal in the NFL, each team, say, got 100 players, right, because they have a big roster, not all make the thing, but let's say in the NFL total, there's 12 to 1,400 players. Tom Brady was one of the best at them, obviously the quarterback, one of the best, right, out of a pool of 1,400 players. Wayne Rooney was the best at Man United, the best in the Premier League, one of the best in Europe, one of the best for England. You're competing against the rest of the world there. So Wayne Rooney's skill set is way above Tom Brady's. Way above, not even close, actually, Tom Brady. Because there might be 50 to 60 to 70 to even 300,000 athletes who would sign to be as good as Rooney playing footy professionally, where there's only fucking 1,400 people who play NFL. Now, what the fuck, with the greatest respect to Tom, what the fuck do you know about footy? Because the way the NFL's built and the collegiate system in America and the way they do meetings and all that, it's a completely different sport that stops all the time. Football's completely different. Now, Rooney's clearly been outed there as if he's got no work ethic or as if he's fucking... Like, he looked like he was eating... Like, he was going to eat a Lego brick during that meeting. I'm like, is he... They've made him look like he's an absolute imbecile.
Yeah, they have.
And then Tom's come out and said what he said. And I was like... But then, they got relegated. Do you know what I mean? Now, for me, this Ryan Reynolds and Tom Brady and all buying these clubs and fucking all this fucking thing is all about the fact that they can't buy any of their big sports franchises, but they can buy ours. I'd love to see, yeah. So they can't buy our big sports franchises, their own, Because, you know, to buy a team in America in NBA or NFL or whatever is gazillions. But they can pick up a English club. Like Brady's Birmingham, Second City, quite smart.
Well, didn't the Lakers go for like a few billion? The Lakers?
But their thing is, so you're Tom Brady and them Americans and you get that going and you put a Premier League team, you've got Villa and Birmingham, big derby, you're back in the Prem. It's one of the second or third biggest city, might be now Birmingham, I don't know where Manchester sits, outside of London. And realistically, what they're trying to do is, before they kill off all these lower league teams and these community clubs, and we have like the EFL almost set up for all the small teams, and the Premier League maybe opening up to 40 teams. I think the Premier League opens up to 40 teams, so you'll have 2 breakaway leagues here. All the minnows will get forced into the lower leagues. So you probably have 50 teams going into like an EFL, fuck off over there. And I think you might end up with 30 teams in a British Super League, which will end up being Celtic and Rangers. I wouldn't be surprised if they put a team in. Obviously, you've got Swansea or Cardiff to go in for Wales, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see a team come in Ireland somewhere, whether that's Belfast or Dublin. It's the only way they can... They've got to find a way of having no promotion, no relegation, with the money still goes up. So the European Super League breakaway is a threat to that.
I don't think the fans would have it.
But but they're going to have no choice in it, because all the ownership groups are going to have that much power. The FA have got no power now. The only thing is a few clubs can veto the big clubs, because you still need 14 votes. But they'll just end up putting another oligarch in there, or another one of their people, and they'll all be in the same... Like, they're already spinning all the plates now. Like, Chelsea sell Koulibaly for 87 million to fucking Saudi to balance off the PSR. And then that gets spread somewhere else, because there's another investment via another medium. It's the Wild West out there, where money talks, and you've just seen Man City tie the Premier League up in legal knots, and clearly have been, not saying doing it wrong, but clearly have been doing things that would make the rules be either broken or compromised.
Yeah. Is your upper way, lad?
Well, I played with Peter as well. Andy's sad. I played with Peter as well at Newcastle, Lovencrantz.
Oh, Lovencrantz, yeah. I've heard the story about him.
Oh, lad. He's carrying 3 legs.
Right, few people asking about this FPL.
Oh, yeah, while we're on, yeah.
I'm going to put the code on the stream right now.
So we're going to do a monthly prize. If you want to join us, obviously we're on talking about footy all the time. We're going to run a fancy footy league this year, just so we got a bit of competition. There'll be monthly prizes. I think we're going to go either 50 or 100 quid for first and second.
No, well, we'll decide now. We're going to do 50 quid for first place.
Yeah.
Every month.
So, but the month...
50 quid cash.
50 quid cash sent to your bank.
And 25 for second.
And we'll do 25 for second. So 75 quid up for grabs.
Yeah.
Free to enter.
Yeah.
And the code is getting put on the stream.
If I win
now.
it, I'll just double it up and put it back in the pot.
Don't think anyone has to worry about that, lads. But yeah, FPL, it's free to enter. And yeah, you can win. We can win money every month. But every month is a new month, so it's monthly winners.
Don't forget, we've still got to get our to a game this
Once
year.
the season starts, yeah, we'll
Does he
do
talk
that.
like a jock, Lovencrantz?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, it happens, doesn't it? Jan Moby, if you remember, come to England. The Scandies end up speaking more like Scousers than Scousers.
Yeah.
Right, so
that
yeah,
Lovencrantz speaking there. No, the Scandies always end up picking up like a mad regional accent, don't they? They must have like something in their vocabulary that just helps them pick up our accents a bit better.
If you think how many... Well, there was a load of Scandies
Absolutely
in
not,
Liverpool,
Campbell.
weren't they? Obviously, when the docks were open and that, when the docks were
Well,
busy.
if you hear John Arne
And
Reese
then,
talk, he sounds a bit like a
obviously,
Scouser.
Northumbria and all that, and even Scotland to a point, Edinburgh. Imagine how many Vikings have come over in the past there, like.
Well, yeah, the Anglo-Saxons were raided there, weren't they? They were the first boat people, the old...
Listen.
But don't forget, his wife's Glaswegian and he's lived up there for a bit as well, so it's obviously
Yeah.
but his accent is good. You wouldn't know he was Danish, would you, based on his accent?
No. What was he like as a player?
Good player, P. Yeah, good Good goal scorer. I think
he
was
done well up there, didn't he? And then come down here.
He was one of them. He'd always get you a goal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He just had that. I don't know. It's just that knack that good strikers have. Do you know what I mean? But also, he was better than what I thought he was. When I thought he can maybe do it in Scotland, and he was. Yeah. I would never thought he was like top tier. You know, in terms of if you were like a top 6 club in England, I don't think he'd have been at that level. But 6 down at one point, like you'd have took me to score goals. He was someone like, remember the little striker we had at Everton, the little left-footed striker we had at Everton. What's his name? Was he a Polish boy or something?
Radzinski.
Right,
I think he was no-footed him, lad. But
yeah, but
I
like,
remember who he was, but he's like a little poacher.
Yeah, like when he was like, I wouldn't say, but it's similar type.
Sniffer, yeah.
But P was probably better in the box. But like he was a little hustle and bustler, but could finish. Like he was cold when he got in there.
I know the style you mean. And was he at Ajax? Is that where it started? Like,
I don't remember him at Ajax. I don't know where Rangers got him from. I think he came from Denmark to Rangers. I'll have a look here. I'm pretty sure he came from. Pretty sure he came from Denmark to Rangers.
You finish them off, please.
So I want to say he was. Let's have a Lovenkrands. Yeah, Peter Lovenkrands. Rangers, saying Rangers was his first club here. I can't see that. And then Schalke, Newcastle, and then Birmingham. I can't. He must have been in Denmark before that, Josh. I'll have to have a look on his. Loven.
Lad, there's a question coming there from a tune, I think, about what was the thoughts on Andy Carroll being replaced by Shefki Kuki.
Oh, you know I love Shefki.
What a fella he was, lad.
So he was at AB, which is Adamatsk Boulder Club in north of Denmark. And he's obviously gone from there to Rangers. I mean, he hasn't... If you look at his goal scoring record for a striker, it's... I mean, it's not like...
Yeah, it's not great.
Even for Denmark, 22-1. So you can see what I mean. He was a good player, but just wasn't at that quite at that top tier.
The style, yeah.
I was saying about Everton. We were saying Dewsbury Hall. Think it'd be a good take. Tyler Dibbling, if you get him, will be a good take. I've been a bit underwhelmed with Everton's transfer this summer. The transfer window.
This has been the only bit of business is that Barry, and I've said to everyone, he just looks the exact same as Beto and Chimiti, the 2 we've already got, just raw and not much else.
45 million for that. You want a bit more than that, don't you?
Who's that for, sorry?
Barry.
It wasn't 45, was it?
40 million, I think.
No.
That's what I seen.
25 up to 30.
I thought it was 45. What about
45 million shekels?
And then the lad from Bayern Munich I've never heard of.
No, but looks good on YouTube.
Dewsbury Hall would be a good take.
Until you put him in. Dewsbury Hall would be a great take.
Dewsbury Hall is such a good signing, you know, for you.
Diblin has got potential, and but how many midfielders are we going to end up with?
We need a couple of, because we didn't.
We've got a few, but we need.
But what's your Everton team next year? Starting game Monday.
Oh, lad, I can't even think about it. I don't even want to think about it. It'll depress me when I've seen fucking Uselink with Isaac and fucking signing Vert. He looked alright last night, didn't he?
Oh, lad.
Yeah.
Is he going to fancy team, Vert?
Yeah.
I've put him in mine.
Trust. He's everywhere, and he is the man. That's mad. He's just gonna make us tick.
Fucking hell, you haven't even played the proper game yet.
No, but I'm saying.
He might be the man.
I'm not saying he's like the man in the Prem. I'm saying for our team, it's give him the ball and fucking he'll do something with it.
Oh no,
he's going to be on the ball 24/7.
I think he'll help your team massively, but it's just how he handles the transfer fee and like the physicality of the proper league. Don't forget, pre-season friendly against Bilbao when you're playing 2 separate teams. It's when the big physicality comes, or teams come with a plan to put him in traffic, and let's just take a bit.
Then we can give it to Salah and Isaac. Then you know what I mean?
Well, hang on a sec. I don't think you're going to get Isaac.
I'm a bit worried at the minute. It's all fall on Sesko.
If Sesko chooses Man United, which I can't see, for me, Man United are a bigger club than Newcastle, historically.
Yeah.
Right?
United
but
the biggest
Newcastle
club in England.
Are moving in the right direction. Newcastle are in the Champions League. And you could go to Newcastle and there's still room to go again to an even bigger club than Newcastle, like Isaac's going to do. Or you go to Man United now, even though people might go, well, they're doing all right pre-season, they might be on the turn. I'm going, yeah, Cunha will make them better then, Bueno will make them better. But the rest behind is shit. So Bruno and all that, like, yeah, good. You've got some, but I still think the core of that team, the gut of that team's weak.
Awful, yeah.
I think they're going to have problems when teams just go, oh yeah, Sean, let's turn the crowd on these again. I don't think it's...
Did you see that little wanker the other day, Fernandes, with Illiman and NDI in the friendly?
No, I didn't watch. I haven't watched any. I don't watch pre-season games.
It's like he was like a fucking brat in Sunday League. Gives the ball away, just volleys NDI on the floor, but then Everton break and Diallo scores an own goal. But he's just got that petulance, hasn't he? Fernandes.
I would love him at Liverpool.
I can't bear him. He's not
He's
for
a
me.
little rat.
He's not for me. He's a little fat.
He's
and
horrible.
Throws himself on the floor.
You would love him if
when
he played
gets
for
up.
Everton. You'd love him if he played for Everton. You
would,
would, lad. You would. I'm telling you, you would.
I would love him. That's like
No, I'm
as a
saying,
player.
you'd appreciate the way he played.
Yeah, the
if
shit
he-
house, isn't he?
Yeah, if he played for your team.
Yeah, probably. But
I can respect it. I hate him, but I can really say he's fucking unbelievable. He's an unbelievable player. I know you don't rate him as highly as...
No, I do think he's got qualities, but I can't have him in that world class bracket. I just don't see him there.
I think he's just got that much shit around him that you can't see it, but you still see it.
I was watching the other day, and I've watched games, and the amount of times for a good player, he gives the ball away aimlessly, like good players, top players, they do give it away, but not as frequent as this fella gives it away. And he gets it back. I'm like, yeah, but he's given it away. He's tried a shitty mad pass there. When I look at his decision making, there is stuff he does where you go, fucking hell, that's a great pass, or that was brilliant. But I'm just looking at all the decisions he makes, and I go, no. As somebody who was once world class, it's hard for me to put him in the same bracket as me.
Now the money's
really
money's on the table in the FPL. Is he in your team?
Fernandes?
Yeah.
No.
He's only 9 mil.
Watch your early draft. Can we talk about that?
Huh? You want? I've put a few speculative ones in there.
Don't mind it. Liam best get this league going again. I need to win.
Speculative ones in there. I've banked Vert in.
Are we going to get an overall prize for the end winner or just a monthly winner?
I think we just do a monthly winner. I think that's good enough for everyone.
We'll have to have a trophy at the end. We'll have to give someone.
We'll give him a little trophy, but we'll do like a proper the game thing, or we'll take them to a game.
I think do a first, second, third for the overall.
How do you find
For
that?
goal?
250.
All right.
150 or so.
I'll have to put another tweet on.
Because you've got to stick it in.
Where'd you find out your team, lad?
You'll just get people just doing a wild card and all that, just
Going all out for
win
1
the
month.
trying to win a bullseye.
Me.
So I've taken a few players
The extra 50,
thinking they're going to move. So I've got Isaac in there, covering obviously. Mark Gay I've put in there because I don't know where he's going to pop up, but it looks like he might move on to either Liverpool or fucking someone, Newcastle or someone. And then Vert is in there because I think you've paid that much for Vert. He's gonna have to. They're gonna have to. The refs and that are gonna have to give Vert a load of pens or goals early. Do you know what I mean? Because they're all reds, aren't they? So Salah will be taking them.
Have you got Salah?
Obviously, because he's just going to score loads of goals, isn't he? Like, Liverpool's name's on it again for me this year. Like, I can't
Do you reckon,
see.
yeah? At back City, mate.
Lad, if they sign Isaac, fucking hell, it's over, isn't it? Might as well jib it.
After watching us last night, I'd put
Do you
every
remember how
mile
they
on
finished last season?
I'm just saying to you, the Jota factor plus the window they've had, I'm like, these are kicking on here. These are going to go in a dominant spell. And I'm looking at City going, I think City have got worse. I don't think City have got better. I think the players Pep signed last summer are below par for what they're trying to do.
Right.
I'm looking at Arsenal thinking Arsenal are the closest to them.
Right.
But it'll depend on how well Gyökeres does up the top. And also, you know, for me, I think...
He looks really stiff.
It's going to be massive. If they can get him scoring and he gets a bit of confidence early, then...
If he gets 25 goals in the Prem this season, do Arsenal win the league?
No, I think it's Liverpool's to lose, and that is including if they don't get Isaac. If they get Isaac, I can't see anyone else winning it but them.
All right. So I've seen a few clips on social media recently of people doing their predicted table 1 to 20. Have we got time before this second half kicks off to go through that?
Yeah, we can do it while but
Liverpool win it.
Wait there.
Liverpool win it. Arsenal finish second. City finish third. Chelsea finish fourth. Fifth.
All right.
Too early because
Villa
haven't spent. But there's my top four:
Bottom
Chelsea,
three.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City. Fucking no-brainer for me. That's a tough
Yeah, but
one.
sorry, in the order that you said it was Liverpool,
Arsenal, City, Chelsea.
Bottom three.
Bottom three will be the three that have come up this year.
You'll be bottom.
Burnley.
Sunderland. I think their stadium it'll end up holding them back in the end. I do like what they've done today, giving the 85-year-olds, anyone who's 85 who's bought a season ticket, they're giving them the season tickets for free and they're giving them the money back. Nice from Sunderland, to be fair. I'll have to give them that.
Well,
nice
for all
Do you reckon they'll have it bouncing? Like, I know you
of
play
course,
for
but like
Newcastle,
I'm saying, when you play there, so you go to these stadiums, it's like what happens, like Bristol Rovers getting done the other day at home. Teams go there, you go, right, fucking boss crowd, this, innit? Keep this quiet for 20 minutes, and it turns on you.
Yeah.
Because they start, and then next minute, people who had rhino balls at kick-off have got little mouse balls and don't want the ball and playing hide and seek. That's what happens, because you can only handle big crowds if you're a big player, because you go, fucking what, pressure, moaning, give me the fucking ball. Now, that works well for you if you've got big players who can handle that. I don't think Bristol Rovers have, and case in point, I think there's a few other things, but I don't think they have. And also, there's loads of other sides you look around and you go, because I remember you just start, like, whoever's in underconfidence at the back, you go, he can have the ball, and then you hear the crowd, and you just fucking sit off him, and then he chips it into midfield, next time. 15 minutes in, he's looking for a fucking easy way out. He's thinking, can I pull my hammy or pull my thigh or get myself off this pitch? Because my own punters are on me every time I get the ball.
Is this in League 2 or in the Premier League?
In the Premier League, I never played in League 2. What about the Premier League? I'm talking about, it happens in every league.
Yeah.
You know, relative to the league, 12,000 in attendance in League 2 is big.
Can you give me one example of someone you've played with when you thought, he's fucking bailed out here, he doesn't fancy this?
Oh, I seen Joleon Lescott fully shit as keks. Joleon Lescott, if you'd have took his slips off in that Man City QPR game, they'd have been soiled. He'd shit his Kazi, his guts, his body had dropped out. So that's why when you ever hear him talking about that game, look behind the eyes. Because if it was up to Joleon would have been bent over, getting anally penetrated by anyone in the QPR kit. He'd gone. He was about to be violated. The thing that saved him was Aguero and David Silva and a few of the other boys around it. So when he looks at that medal, he knows that he's a fraud as a man. He knows when the going got tough, he shit his keks. Now, he's got a Premier League medal and all that, but I'll look him in the eye and go, I seen you shit your pants live in the stadium, like shit your keks, when your mates needed you, you big fat person. that for me is the test of a man. When the going gets tough, you will become a chocolate fire guard. Forgive the pun, because the top of his head has melted a bit, hasn't it? So that wasn't aimed at him, but it just came out quite apt for the ugly Klingon-looking fucker. But he is a player I watched absolutely poo his keks on the way to winning the league. Like, I mean, fully shit his undies. So,
who played up front that day for QPR?
Dzeko.
Jamie
Oh,
Mackie.
for us?
Yeah.
Cisse.
Mackie?
Bobby Zamora. Mackie was on the... I think Cisse and Mackie were on the wings for some reason. Do you know what, lads? I've deleted the game from my memory bank, so I'll have to go on and have a look.
Load of people say
that.
that.
Incident at the end where City won the league in stoppage time, and I haven't had a winner's medal for it. I haven't had a dropsy off the Abu Dhabi royal family for giving them the first title, because they scored 2 goals in the stoppage time that was added on for me leaving the pitch under a slight protest. With a slight bee in my bonnet, leaving the pitch. So I haven't had any dropsy from the Abu Dhabi royal family, so I'm expecting a bronze statue outside the stadium at some point, like all the other lads who've won in the league got. And, let's be honest, if I hadn't got sent off, City wouldn't have won the league. So it worked out perfect for me. Man United didn't win the league, and I know all of them lads in that team who thought they won the league at Sunderland that day fucking hate me and blame me for it, because they've told me to my face, fucking your fault they won the league. Like, well, I'd rather them win it than you cunts. Secondly, QPR stayed up. Even though I despise Mark Hughes and everything that him and his coaching team stand for, we ended up somehow staying up, even though we should have gone down because it was a farce of a football club. But we somehow stayed in the league, so none of the lads lost any money on the relegation bonus goal.
Tie over.
3-0. At the end of that.
Who's this Ant-Man lad? He's playing like a fucking
Ant-Man's playing unbelievable, but this lad scored 2 now. The lad he took out of Chef Wed.
No, it was. Oh yeah, it was him. Yeah.
What was the third thing I was going to say? So a Man City win the league, a club I was at that gave me my chance in the game, that I came through the academy of. That if you said to me, this is how this is going to play out today, but you're going to get a 12-match ban, I'd go, make it 9 and we'll call it a deal, or make it 8. Do you know what I mean? But then I ended up getting fined about 150 grand, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, surely the Abu Dhabi royal family should have given me a dropsy there. They should have come and said, Joe, thanks very much there. City had shit the bed here. We'd absolutely shit the bed. We were about to get beat at home by QPR before you got yourself sent off, and then we won the league.
Might be a check in the post, lad.
Well, if it's not, there fucking should be. So I expect the stadium, a bronze statue outside the stadium, next to Aguero, saying, this is the fella who won us the league. Aguero's like that, and I'm next to him, like near somebody, and you go, yeah, if he hadn't got sent off, we wouldn't have won the league.
Just getting back to Bristol Rovers, after we mentioned them before, did you see that Spud who couldn't do a keep-up?
Oh.
It's been done for gambling.
Do you know what? I need to go on because if you go on the FA website, you can find out what he's bet on, and it's from 2020. So it was COVID time. So he's at Bristol Rovers there, and then he leaves. And I haven't fingered his bets, but I'm trying to get a book going with the lads who were at Bristol Rovers at the time to give me a price to see if he's bet against our team.
Yeah.
You know, if someone, because he will have been desperate for us. Well, that's the reason he got emptied, was we caught him speaking to journalists.
Yeah.
But you just get a feeling about people that they're up to no good. And then all the Bristol Post and all, oh, Joey Barnes bullying him because he made him do keep-ups. Well, he only done 2 because that's all he was capable of, the bag of shit. And the reality of it is, now that that's come in, I was right to get rid of him. Yeah. Where's my new article saying, fucking hell, he's done us a favour there, getting rid of somebody who was leaking stuff out the club.
And also betting against them.
Well, I don't know whether he was. I'll have to check his bets. I don't know whether he was betting against a club, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. And then when you see the punishment he gets, like fucking 2 weeks on a fucking naughty step or something, I'm like, fuck, I know. Anyway, but you can smell shitbags. You can smell them. So as soon as you know you're in an organisation with someone who's working against you, you're like, right, we're rowing a boat, and someone's rowing in the other direction. So you're like, hey, what are you doing? Conker bollocks. Start rowing that way now. Start rowing again, and they either stop rowing or they continue rowing the other thing. You go, right, sorry mate, overboard. Right, next. They've got to go.
Yeah.
And if you get rid of them now with HR, and you're like, oh, they're bullies. I'm like, no, you're absolutely crap at your job, and we can't afford to keep towing you. Like, this is League 2. We don't have the salary.
Going around on Steam, just found enemy catch. Must be from Glasgow.
Oh, nice. Come in handy. Right? Nice when you find like a little bluey or a little £20 note in your keks in it, or a tenner in your keks that you don't know about. So yeah, lad, I don't like seeing other people's demise, but when they've outed me and they've tried to do the little sob stories and be the victim, I do really enjoy the downfall.
Speaking of betting, now obviously you're allowed to have a bet. Did you have an Acher on the weekend?
I did,
Any joy?
No.
Acher's back?
Acher's back with a vengeance. I'm looking at teams like MK Dons against Oldham thinking, MK have spent fortunes for the level. 0-0 at home with Oldham.
Aaron Collins.
Blackpool have had the right go. Do you know what I mean? When you fucking get beat 3-1 or 3-2 at home by fucking Stevenage, I'm like, fucking hell. Yeah. Like, I usually need a couple of weeks, don't you, to get the finger.
Rangers fucking drawing with Motherwell.
Rangers drawing with Motherwell. I had them in my coupon. I just put like 8 teams in. Rangers I was like, what the fucking hell? Like, it usually takes about 5 weeks to work out where the... But... I mean, I was struggling last year. I got one in early or a couple in early last year, and then just kept it in the bar or the beans on toast.
So one of the Rangers fans just put in the chat here, looking back at your time at Rangers, do you wish it went better than it did? Because a lot of the fans were behind you.
Yeah. It just wasn't meant to be that. Like, but again, if you start a relationship with a lie, it's destined for bad things. Like, that's what people forget. That's why, you know, the manager being a barefaced liar out the gates to get me to sign, and then thinking, oh, he'll just, because he's signed now, he'll swallow a few things here. And I'm like, no, you can't lie to me out the gate. Like my relationship with you now is fraught because caught you lying. So at that point, I always remember there was a great thing about, I was talking to Dicey about it, and he said when he was interviewing for the Burnley job, he said they'd asked him, are you going to move your family closer? And obviously his family's based in, say, the Northampton or the Midlands area, isn't he? So they've asked him, if you get the job, you're going to move your family to the area. And he said, I'm faced with a conundrum there. I had to say, yeah, it might improve my chance of getting a job, or tell the truth and say no, because that's not what I'm going to do. So he said, look, I've just told the truth, and I thought, if I don't get the job, I don't get it. But I can't say, yeah, I'm going to, and then I don't do it, because the relationship starts on a bad footing. And he's so right. Like, it's so right. You've got to be as genuine as you can in every single interaction with people. In my opinion, if you do, I think even if you make a mistake, I think because it's genuine interaction, I think people can accept mistakes. I think if you lie, I just think it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, so
when I look around the football clubs, that's all I see. I just see baldy tyres everywhere. I just go, these are just full of shit.
Well, look at Keir Starmer, for fuck's sake.
Well, we're led by one, yeah. We are literally led by one. So yeah, really disappointed. Rangers is actually the only black mark on my CV, mainly because I didn't play enough games or spend enough time there. But it was a situation I couldn't really control, because they weren't ever going to get rid of the manager before me, and I couldn't hang around to see him off.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I still look back for the results for the club. I hope they do well. Fans were brilliant, great stadium. I want them to do really well. I just don't think Russell Martin's that good. That's, but I'm happy to be wrong on that.
Is it so different though, where obviously is it a big difference between English football and Scottish football?
Yeah, massive,
Yeah.
Huge. I mean,
different style of play, more intense.
It depends, because it's who you play against, isn't it? Like, obviously, if you're playing Celtic, it's a lot more like a Premier League game. If you're playing Dundee, no disrespect to Dundee, but it's not. You know, the pitches are like fucking. It's like playing like it's like getting an FA Cup. It's like being in an FA Cup, but as a league.
Yeah.
Like, you play some teams where you go, we're playing on AstroTurf here. This is like a Sunday league. Like in England, you don't get.
Yeah, unless you're playing in a conference team.
You don't get them in professional football. You know what I mean? But you've got Premier League teams playing on Astros there. It's bizarre. But then you've got some great, also, like, some other, not
Aberdeen,
Celtic Park and Ibrox, but like, I never played at Aberdeen and Pittodrie. I never played at Hibs or Hearts, but they'd be better. But all the guys I played at, like, were Kilmarnock, AstroTurf, played somebody else in the cup on AstroTurf, played Dundee United, Dundee FC away, and the pitch was like sloped. I went to Motherwell with the team. I never played in the game, and the pitch again was like a mad slope, and you're just like, wow, this is, the Premier League and Championship.
Yeah.
It's
as good as anywhere in Europe, really.
Well, especially the Premier League. The boys at the top end of that, like, it's a different world. But it is what it is, and the league has its own challenges and its own. You know what I mean? It's not. I don't think it's an easy league to win. I think you've got to go and build a proper team. But I do think Rangers and Celtic would benefit from fucking off and joining some kind of European Super League, because I think they could become way bigger clubs than they are if they were allowed access to the finances that some of Europe's big clubs get via playing, Champions League regularly. Yeah, I do think they've got enormous attraction, as clubs, if they could have a better league that give them more, financial resource. The two huge clubs. Tony Bloom just bought Hearts, incidentally, so that'll be interesting to see what he does there. The Brighton fella, yeah. I think he's bought them a while back, but he's having a right go. He's going to try and break into the old firm.
Yeah, do you think?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Hearts is the capital, isn't it? Hearts
and
Hibs.
It's
so
a big club,
they're going to try and disrupt the old firm,
terms.
which I think Hearts, Hibs and Aberdeen doing well would be good for Scottish footy.
Definitely,
because it might challenge the old firm's...
And if now's the time to have a go, if there's a time to have a go, it would be now. You wouldn't say they were miles ahead, would you?
Well, I don't... financially, it's just how much you spend. They are, do you know what I mean? Financially, they are. But also, football-wise, if you're Hearts, Hibs, Aberdeen, and you got your shit together now, you may well catch a couple of them. You don't know. I mean, the last one really to do it was probably Fergie at Aberdeen, wasn't he? Break into the old firm that way. I can't remember anybody else really challenging them.
No, Aberdeen come close to me a couple of times.
Yeah, you get a couple of teams who have a little go, don't you? But like, it's always Rangers and Celtic for everything, innit?
Yeah.
Someone said, obviously, Warburton, you didn't get along with. What was any of the knobheads in the changing room? Any of the lads that you didn't really get on with, or was it not really like that?
No, I wouldn't say I was particularly fond of a couple, but not in I didn't like them. They were sound, but the dressing room was a good set of lads. Really, the lads cared and wanted to do well. I still speak to a few lads from Rangers, and they were good lads, but. No, it was more a breakdown of me and the manager, really. You know, even Davey Ware, who was assistant, I still respected Davey and got on with Davey, but I tried as best I could with Warburton, met him loads of times, had dinner with him. I just couldn't. I think he lied to get me to the club.
Yeah.
He told me what I wanted to hear to get me there, but really didn't want that, and was going, yeah, that's exactly what I want, but didn't. So then when he's trying to say, no, I don't want it, I don't want that, I'm like, that's not what you said when you were trying to woo me.
Where is he now? He's just fell out the game.
He went into it Moyes, didn't he, as one of Moyes' coaches with West Ham. But I don't need to be mooching around the game somewhere. Like, there's loads of them imposters don't they? They fucking end up staying in. They all scratch each other's back, left, right and centre. So they end up getting a job here and pop up here as director of footy, pop up here as a coach.
Do you know what? Just from watching this game, I definitely, I know you're not as big as fan, Russell Martins, or not a fan at all, but they have looked like they've actually got after it a little bit.
No, to be fair to them, they are on the front foot. They're playing a lot more direct than I would see Russell's teams before, so he's clearly made some kind of changes to them. But again, I mean, it's a European qualification tie. For me, your bread and butter's Motherwell in the league. Like, it sounds like Motherwell have had a couple of really good chances to beat Rangers. Certainly second half, it doesn't seem that they've turned up. You know, he's had to drop his club captain tonight, so 4 games in, and you're fucking bombing the captain. You know, so by the way, it's a big call, and I would probably tend to agree with him. But again, it's like, okay, you got to be careful how you dressing room at Rangers and all the. So be interesting to see what he does. By the way, tonight they've been excellent. You know, do you know what I mean? They have been excellent, but I don't think games against, you know, a team from the Czech Republic is maybe the best examination of you.
Yeah, fair enough.
It'd be interesting to see what they do, I think, more on a domestic scale. But by the way, I mean, qualifying for the Champions League will be massive because it'll give them more resource to have a pop at the market, which would help them, you know, try and close the gap this year on Celtic.
Yeah.
Someone's asked, what was the worst cup upset you were involved in? Someone obviously give an example.
It'd probably be Lincoln beating Burnley when I was at Burnley.
Well, someone said Stevenage away at Newcastle.
Yeah, it's Stevenage, but that was we were Premier League.
Remember that fan on the pitch and just lamped one of the Stevenage players?
Was that game?
That was the game.
I can't. No, I remember scoring a Rasparino.
At Stevenage, weren't it?
Yeah, Graham Wesley.
Yeah.
I mean,
fan just ran on and just went fuck off.
Crack one of them.
Crack the left back. Yeah.
One of the Newcastle ones.
Knocked them out cold. Yeah.
No,
one of the Newcastle fans knocked one of the Stevenage players out. Yeah.
I can't remember that. Yeah, FA Cup, I would say Lincoln beating Burnley. We were just being promoted to the Prem. I think the gaffer made about 5 or 6 changes, but we were still strong. That would be, you know, conference side beating the Premier League side's big, innit? Especially away from home. And then I would have to say, yeah, I think we were Premier League and maybe they were League One, Stevenage, when they beat us then. But it was at their ground, the fucking Sunday night, pissing down, you know what I mean? So I think Lincoln beating Burnley is a better scalp than
yeah, lad, what's this?
What is it?
Is this after the game?
After the game, lad, when the fans were on the pitch, yeah.
Oh, fuck off, yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, give it to him, Manny.
KO.
Put him behind me.
I have no clue with that, lad.
Then he took his jaw off.
Yeah, absolutely belted him, Manny. Didn't know that.
Someone's
got nicked there.
Someone's asked the best pitch that you played on.
Best pitch?
Let's exclude Wembley. I don't even know if that would be.
I wouldn't say that was the best pitch anymore, Wembley. I've only played on there once. Well, twice if you count going on as a kid in the FA Vars final with my dad taking a pen. The Emirates for me, like the Emirates,
manicured to death.
It's just like a carpet. And what else is good? Yeah, I don't think.
What about the bowling in the Flower Park? That might have a chance.
Used to be all right. Yeah, it used to be all right. No, the Emirates is like nothing you've ever. Well, at the time, I don't know where it's at now. I played on there for a while, but when that first came, that pitch, that was top draw. Like not a blade of grass out of place on it, and perfect. Like not a blemish on the whole pitch.
A little bit of wet.
Where did the first to bring that technology in? Where did you have it?
like the
constantly,
deso
yeah.
and the lights on it and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I don't know, but it was a top pitch.
You're excited to see Bramley Moore, lad?
No, I can't. Because it's called the mad name, I'm like,
No, you just
why
gotta
have
call
you
it
have to
Bramley Moore.
Bramley Moore?
Just keep it
You're
with
not
Bramley
calling
Moore.
it by its
No.
proper name, no? Bramley Moore.
The Billy Dick.
They're
Billy
calling
Dick.
it the Billy Dickinson Stadium now.
Bill Dick.
Disrespect.
Bramley Moore, innit?
Yeah, I think getting in there and see, like, I was talking to a
It's a
Liverpool
big year,
fan
innit, for
today. I
Everton,
was talking
really.
to a Liverpool fan today, and he's like, "You aren't going to fucking sell it out. You aren't going to fill it." I was like, "I know that's the concern, but like, surely we do."
What does
It's
it
sold
hold?
out this. We played Roma on Saturday. And
What does it-
sold out.
How many
yeah.
does it hold?
55?
Bit more, 50,
Is
bit
it?
more, 58, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
But the problem you've got is, great, but it's if the energy's right, because if you get another 15, 20,000
Yeah,
more
I
fucking moaning
agree
bastards
with
in
you,
there,
yeah.
it's going to make it harder, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
That's a lot. That's big, that.
I think you've got to get in there for the first 10
And it's a
games and then
monster.
just see where the fans get, where the singing starts,
Yeah.
how the fans make it their own is going to be key.
I think it's an exciting time to be an Everton fan.
It is, but it's...
Moyes is about to
always,
start the
as an Everton
season.
fan,
I know.
lad,
There's no
fucking
such thing.
anxious.
There's no such thing.
You are Everton fans, and I know
There's
he's
no
just
such thing as
very
being,
negative. But Moyes
Skeptical
is
is the word,
starting
but
his
not
new
negative.
season.
no,
You're making some exciting signings.
I'm
Brand new
honestly-
stadium.
No. When you're an Evertonian, lad, you've lived as long as an Evertonian like this, right? You can't get excited about anything.
You're not excited
Because
for
you
the
get
season.
excited, your lippy comes out and you go, woo! And then next minute,
Someone bites it off.
slap slams on your lippy, bosh. We get
True.
taken over by a billionaire who goes, right, I'm going to make these massive and they can have all the money in the world. Lippies were fully out, blue lippies were out. And then
Carlo
next minute,
Ancelotti's
lad,
at the helm.
absolute bear trap right on your helmet. Nearly lost the ground, nearly fucking went out the league, 10-point deduction. You're like, what the fuck's this happened to us? With the unluckiest club, we must be up there.
Got to be.
There's got to be a black cat been ran over by somebody somewhere that Everton's luck is just fucking terrible.
Oh, but fucking Goodison's built on it. Well, no, saying actually, we had a lot of glory days, didn't we?
It's something's gone on
Something's
there.
happened in the
Something's
last
gone
30
on,
years.
and I don't know what it is, but we've been incredibly unlucky. Like now, I've lived through those 30 years, and I go, you can't get excited because I'm going. Moyes will be steady with Moyes. I can't get excited about David Moyes' teams as much as I love Moyes, and he's a solid citizen. He's pragmatic. So he's a great manager for us for where we are and done a great job last season, but he's still David Moyes. He's not fucking turned into some tactical genius. You're going to get what you're going to get with him. You know what I mean? We've got a new stadium there. Hopefully that starts to generate revenue that can see us invest in the team a bit more. I do really worry about the academy because from what I hear, I'm looking at it going, Everton's academy used to be really productive. You know, some great players have come out of there. And I'm hoping we can get that back because that's where we differ to Liverpool. I think, like, we could get homegrown lads in the team, and I think as an Evertonian, I'd rather see that. Like, I don't want to see Everton buying foreign players like Wirtz and Isaac and all. Fuck that. A few scousers in there, lad. Stuart Barlow. You know what I mean? Michael Branch, Michael Ball, get Rooney and get them in.
Have you actually got a Scouser in your team at the minute?
No, but that's a big concern, isn't it? Because, like...
Because even Liverpool have.
Who's that?
Curtis Jones.
Oh, yeah, Curtis. Well, you had Trent as well, didn't you? You must have. There must be another...
Who's
did
that?
you see a kid?
Yeah. Trent.
Trent,
Who's that? Who's that?
Trent.
Who the fuck's that?
Trent, 66, who plays for Real Madrid.
Never heard of him, lad.
Is that what nobody's took at Real Madrid, 66?
No.
What's he took? 20
something.
And he's gone Trent, hasn't he? He's
Unless
dropped
he
the
has took
Alexander
66. I heard there's some mad rule.
Arnold. Yeah, I don't... Like,
He's
the
12,
days-
number 12.
Number 12. The
Shut
day,
up.
like, for me, seeing a Jamie Carragher and a Steven Gerrard must be... No matter how good the foreign players come in, that is what it's about.
Just, how rare is it?
You know,
these
for
days?
Everton, for us to have watched, like, to have kept older Rooney there and fucking built a team around him, that you look at that and go...
Moyes, yeah, because
like,
we kicked on after he left, so you just always think if he would have stayed, but you can't blame him for going. He went on,
No, you can't,
he went
but
on
also-
to win everything in football.
You can, but also, it like, you just run, you think, if you'd have kept him and you had the investment, you could have built something around him. He was that good of a player.
Yeah.
But, like, so it doesn't matter who we get, really. Like whereas Liverpool would have got, if Rooney's in Liverpool's academy, he ends up becoming like a McManaman, a Fowler, an Owen. He ends up like Trent, you know, does where... Everton's academy, it's like, fucking hell. We had Michael Ball who came through and done well. Next minute he sold to Rangers. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Tony Hibbert.
well, we had a few.
best
Billy
these
Kenny
years,
was
yeah,
brilliant
like,
for Everton, like, but it never quite got, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's, as I say, something I like seeing in every team is somebody who's a local kid who stood on the terraces, who goes on to become, like, iconic. Like, that is the ultimate story in football. And yeah, it's nice watching, you know, some of the best foreign players in the world, but I don't think anything touches a fan's emotional, like, response than someone who they can see in the team that represents them, who reminds them of themselves.
Yeah, well, the biggest one's got to be Gerrard, hasn't it? As painful as it was to watch, like how many times Liverpool were down and he'd bring them back into the game himself.
But even now, when you think about it, like, obviously I know he was close to leaving a few times, Stephen, and he ended up staying. But when you look back on it now and you go, actually what he did for that football club, the longer it goes on, the fact that he stayed there, you know, his whole career, and he went to LA when his best days were behind him. I think Brendan Rodgers was doing his capping, weren't he? So he's ended up going, I'm fucking out of here. But he gave the best years of his career to Liverpool. And the longer it goes on, the more you look back at that now, you go, do you know what? Fucking that loyalty, that level of loyalty. Forget how good he was. Just the level of loyalty he's shown for the club means that you know, it's going to be hard for someone to come along and be better than Steven Gerrard at Liverpool. Yeah. Like, even if Wirtz lights it on fire, he won't be as good as Gerrard because he's not from Liverpool. He's not been on the terraces.
Salah is in that conversation, but he'll never be.
But he's Egyptian though, isn't he? Gerrard's from Liverpool.
Oh, so, sorry, I thought you, like, that's what I mean, like a foreigner coming in, like no one will ever be as good.
No one's like,
Salah,
the one they compare him with is like Souness and Dalglish, and as good as they are, they weren't Scousers. So he trumps all of them on that, because you go, who's the biggest legend ever? It's him. And the fact that he went, nah, I'm staying.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were not as good as Liverpool, you know, he probably played for Liverpool in some of the worst Liverpool teams and the worst time.
He did.
And he probably kept Liverpool punching above the weight because of, you know what I mean?
Anyway,
you know, on the Champions League final alone is fucking iconic. Never mind the FA Cup final where he was beat by West Ham and he scores one of the best goals you've ever seen. Pretty much drags us back into that game. And you go, imagine he was playing now with Wirtz or Isaac. You go, fucking hell. Imagine how good he would have been. Now, I'm not saying he played with mugs, by the way. You know what I mean?
No,
but like,
no, yeah, I know
do you
exactly
reckon he'll
what
ever
you're
come
saying.
back to the club now?
As
In any kind of like coaching capacity, or?
I don't think so now. Not now.
What do you think?
He's not good enough to be a manager.
Yeah, but he's an iconic, he's probably the most iconic Liverpool player.
Yeah, well, what's that got to do with anything?
So if he decides, I'm done with management, which he might go,
oh, sorry, do you mean like now? Maybe like a fucking...
Whatever, director of football.
Yeah, sorry, like
director,
something like that. Yeah, defo.
And I'm like Kenny Dalglish is where he's like looks like he's like the unofficial president of Liverpool.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah, definitely.
So, but I'm going... I know what you mean, Matt. You're saying...
I thought he meant manager, coach, like
you're
involved with the team.
You're thinking his dream, obviously, must have been to do well at Rangers and Villa and then become Liverpool manager, which you thought after when he's on that journey, he's obviously thinking, I'm gonna get there. But I think you never know, his next job, well, some managers disappear for a bit and next minute pop up and do well again and then they're back on the horse, don't they? So, I think to get the Liverpool job, I think as a manager, he's got to go and do well.
Champ. He has to go champ.
And Liverpool
Lampard's doing all right at Coventry after a real struggle. So he's got to go and find the next job that's the right job. I wouldn't rule out Steven Gerrard managing Liverpool or England at this point. I think Lampard going to Coventry, he's probably put himself back in the next England manager convo. Because I think they'll have been teeing him up, they'll want someone like that. And there's not many English candidates, that's why we've got Tuchel. If he does well at Coventry, like nearly got them promoted last year after taking over the shit side. Or struggling side, you know, he does well again, gets Coventry or a Premier League job comes on the table and he goes, you know what, I want to take Lampard, he'll have learned those lessons there, we'll take him. Does well again, he's in the England convo. There's not many England managers out there, and I think if Gerrard does the same, I think Tom Brady's just fucking torpedoed Rooney. So, and well, obviously multiple relegations, but I think Tom Brady's, I think that's, if I was Rooney, I'd be like, what's that all about, Tom? Fucking no need for that, mate. Like, you know what I mean? Didn't need you fucking kicking me in the plums when I'm down there. But all for the content, all for every club now is doing a fucking content, fucking nonsense. So stuff that should remain private and behind closed walls is not anymore.
Club consent, how do you think Wrexham will fare in the Championship? Do you reckon they'll
I think they'll do all right.
scare the top 6, yeah?
I think the recruitment's been really good. I mean, they've had the right go. I mean,
Vardy as well has been...
Do you link with them, is he?
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be the
100
worst
grand a
thing.
week, apparently.
Well, did you see Connor Cody link with them? Has he signed for them? Connor?
Yeah.
So that's a good take.
There's someone else who's...
Josh Windass is a
giving
good
someone
take.
else... I think
Kiefer
they've signed
Moore,
a keeper
they've
on 30 grand a week. Who's the keeper they've took?
Oh, I haven't seen a keeper.
I'll have a look now.
Wayne Hennessy.
I think that you forget League One's a tough league.
Have you signed Kiefer Moore?
Yeah, or the...
Bless you.
Bless you.
They've had a bid for Kiefer Moore today, either accepted or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the top 10, them and Birmingham.
They're out in Australia for the pre-season. Have you seen that?
They've had the right go. Birmingham are having a right go. Don't forget, Ipswich are coming down. You'd fancy Ipswich to be probably one of the favourites for that league next year, you'd have to think.
Andy Cannon.
What, the Wrexham have got?
I'm just looking through the squad, yeah.
Is the lad from Liverpool who scored a load of goals, Mullen, is he still there? Cause,
Paul Mullen, no, he's just gone to Wigan.
or did he go to Wigan with Lowy, has he? Yeah.
Josh Windass, he's gone to Wrexham.
They took Josh because the Chef United, Chef Wednesday situation. I think they'll be all right. I'm not saying I think they'll get promoted, Wrexham, but I think they'll be comfortably top 12.
That's some story for them, no. Some of them lads were playing for them in the conference.
They were, lad, but look, they've invested wisely. They've invested a lot, and they've invested wisely. I mean,
Mullen's still there?
No, he's
gone on loan to Wigan. I think they've, as I say, like anything we saw in there about wages to fucking league position. They've flooded the conference with money, them and Stockport. They've done the same in League 2. They've done the same in League 1. Birmingham the same. And if you go over them tables and you go, who spent the most money, where'd they finish? They'll pretty much marry up with who spent the most money. Like everyone thinks Everton in the bar footy, it's most of the time down to how much fucking money have you got and can you spend it properly?
Yeah, remember him, Lewis O'Brien? From
Yeah, they
Huddersfield?
took him, yeah. Is he a Geordie boy? Was he at Newcastle or something?
25.
They took a left back out of Italy as well, who's not bad. Like for £2 million.
Wrexham
have. So again, I just think it's one of them where, like, if you go up on a promotion, you carry that confidence that you're not, hey, we're used to winning games. You've gone promotion. You don't know what it's like to get beat.
Yeah.
They've forgotten what it's like to get beat, and that's a fucking great habit to have in your dressing room, especially if you're adding quality as you move up the leagues. Now, the key is balancing all of that. I do think they'll reach a point, Wrexham, where they run into the manager's ability plateau, because I don't think Phil is...
Premier League.
Well, I think he's brilliant at the levels he's at, and he's built it. But
the next step is Premier League.
The next step, he might plateau. But I think next season the bottom three will struggle, and I don't know why. I just think Brentford are going to struggle. I think they've sold too many good players, and I'm not a big advocate of the set piece coach stepping up to the manager role, and I do think he's a bit of a wild card there, and I've seen a few bits of him talking to players, and I'm like,
Yeah, I feel a lot of people
spider senses are tingling with Keith, and I get on with Keith all right, but I'm just like, I think you might be in over your head here. It's a fucking tough first gig.
Yeah, but surely the squad will get him out of it, because the squad will kind of manage itself, won't it?
You've lost Bueno, who's 20 goals a season.
Where's he going, Wisser?
Do you reckon he's going to Newcastle?
He's not gone yet, but he's
Newcastle had signed to do it.
Yeah,
Wisser and Sesko?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because they've lost Wilson and they're going to lose Isaac, aren't they?
I think Norgard's a big loss for them, the midfielder, and Bueno's huge. You've lost your best player there, isn't Bueno?
You've lost your three best players.
So,
if Wisser goes.
And you've lost your manager, and Thomas Frank,
solid.
Looks like...
Great Barney.
Solid Barney. And you're replacing him with a novice. Now, Matthew Benham and the guys there do have a good recruitment system, and they're not stupid in terms of player trading. But in the Premier League, if you're a smaller club like Brentford and you lose fucking 3 real quality players plus your manager, then you've got to replace them with 3 quality players plus a quality manager. And I've got a massive red flag against them. I think they're going to really struggle, sack Andrews by Christmas and get themselves out of the shit. But I think it'll be bottom 3 of the 3 who've come up, plus Brentford, and maybe one you don't expect to struggle somewhere. Like a Wolves, I could still see Wolves struggling.
Yeah.
They've lost Alt-Nouri, they've lost fucking... They're saying that
Cunha.
Silva's about to go, isn't he? They've lost a couple to...
Who's Silva?
Something Silva, is it? Fabio Silva or something?
Oh,
yeah, he's shite
I know,
anyway,
but I'm just saying that they're cutting off 1 or 2 from the thing. Cunha's a big loss for them. Like, they've lost 2 good players in Cunha and Nori there for them.
They're 2 best players.
But again,
They've
you
not
would have to
replaced,
think Mendes will have someone in the pipeline
They've
to
signed
replace
this
him.
Arias, who's meant to be decent, but
I think they'll struggle this year. I think West Ham will struggle this year. So I think the bottom 6 will be the 3 that's come up: Brentford, West Ham, and who were we talking about there before? Brentford, West Ham, Wolves. And I do worry about Palace because they've only spent £2 million, but they've got a solid team. I do think they're going to lose.
Kept the core, haven't they? They haven't lost anyone, have they?
Yeah, they're going to lose Gay by the look of it. But Villa, for me, I'm like, Villa need to fucking get the finger out because Villa must be under PSR constraints because they've only spent 6 mil at this point.
What's your thoughts on the Toffees?
I think Everton will be solid, bad to beat, compete in every game. No one will really want to play us. We'll win the games like that we should win. We'll get beaten the games we should get beat. Like, I don't think we'll go to Anfield and win. You know, like but we'll make it really difficult for your Chelseas and your Arsenals and all that when they come here. And I think Everton will finish 9th. 9th. Yeah, say Everton for 9th. Yeah. Like, that's a great season for me.
On the wind up?
You'd take it?
Can't say you're on the wind up, me.
No, I genuinely think Everton will finish 9th.
Where
I think we'll be hard to beat.
I'd agree. Like, I would take 9th right now. As an Everton
Of course you would. I'll say Everton are going to finish
But
13th.
The argument to that, though, is also, I think it's wide open between
Well, we're not in Europe
and
and that, and there's loads of teams in Europe, which makes me think
6th and 15th. Anything could happen. You've seen it last year.
What have we got next season? 9 Premier League sides in European competition, either Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. And Everton aren't. Right? So, for me, that's a big advantage, especially for a manager like Moyes, the way he sets up and the way he builds his game plan tactically for the team. Because they'll win a load of the games late, where they'll dig in, like Forest away, and they'll dig in, and then they'll overcommit, and you'll pinch a goal with it. They haven't necessarily played counter-attacking footy, but just the way the game model's set in, Everton will frustrate the life out of you. You'll have to overcommit, and then they'll get the nose in front, and Moyes' teams know how to see the finish line from a leading position. So, for me, I'm like, you've got to be realistic here. We're going to go to a new stadium and hopefully get a bit of a bounce from there. Plus, there's going to be 9 teams that are playing in European competition for the part of the season where Everton could get a little bit of a jump on them.
Let's go through a rough team. And then,
Pickford.
So you'd have Pickford, back 4. Will it be 4-5-1 or 4-3?
I think it'd be 4-5-1. It would be dressed up as a 4-3-3.
Michalenko, same back 4. Michalenko, Branthwaite, Tarkowski. And
he signed the right back, haven't we?
Sorry, yeah, the right back.
He might fancy Michalenko because he's took this Bayern Munich kid.
Yeah.
Left back. Unless he's just
but
brought
you'd say
him
up to now he's only 19 and he had Masnu or something, so just go with Michalenko and then Jake O'Brien right back. Garner Gay, Dewsbury Hall as your 2. Endai on the left. Alcaraz in the 10. McNeil maybe on the right.
Yeah, unless he takes Dibbling or someone like that.
Yeah.
But I would say he'll go with experience and size. I think he'll want McNeil's left foot option in swinging corners.
Yeah.
And then I think it'll be Beto
or Barry up front.
Someone just said Everton are signing Justin from Leicester. Is that right?
Everton.
Have you said anything about that?
I could see that because he can play both sides.
Yeah, it wouldn't
be a bad
take. Whether he'd be a starter.
I know, but Moyes will love that.
He'd start right back for you.
Play right back and left back.
Jake O'Brien's heavy, you know.
I like that Jake O'Brien.
Good.
He's a fucking big centre
half. Both ends as well.
Justin can fill in at left back and right back, so Moyes will like someone that in utility player like that, I reckon, in the squad because don't forget he's got to build a squad over the next couple of windows.
What do you think? Just shooting from the hip here with this centre forward merry-go-round, if Šeško does end up going to United, about Everton taking Højlund? Or do you think?
No, I can't have it. I can't warm to this Højlund.
No,
can't. I know we're that bad that you go, yeah, we'll take fucking anyone, but I'm looking at it going, no, I don't. I think once you're shot like that, once a striker's shot for confidence, it's fucking hard to rebuild them, innit? You need the striker full of confidence. Is 9/10 of that position.
With Beto last year.
Like, you got it. So he's coming in shell shocked. No, I couldn't see it. Where do you think Nunes ends up? AC Milan he linked with today? Darwin Nunes?
I've heard Saudi, I've heard Milan. I couldn't tell you.
Modric has just signed for AC, hasn't he?
Has he?
Yeah.
Luka Modric?
Signed for AC, yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
Thought he'd retired.
No, he's gone in, signed for AC Milan.
Has he, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I seen that little photo on the time up there. That's when I was a proper player, mate. Me and Luca came up on my thing the other day, I don't know how. Oh, popped up.
What was that?
I was showing Noah before we came on here a photo that came up on my time up of me turning on the ball and absolutely just skinning Modric and saying, fucking get the echo in, you little Croatian nugget. Get the papers. No, it was just turning against them, but obviously I'm turning like that and you can just see like your thighs are on full pressure, aren't they, as you turn, and I said to him, the size of the mince pies on me there, lad. Like Roberto Carlos. But yeah, I think Nunes is like, it's obviously not going to happen, but I'd love somebody like Nunes up front for Everton. I know you think he dog's mess.
No,
lad, I'd love him up front for Everton. I think he'd be brilliant for Everton.
I know what you're
saying. I'd love
like
a striker like that, and I think if he was at Everton and we got behind him, I think he'd be better. I think
someone shit who'll like
kills.
run. Nah, just someone shit who'll run for you.
Not just that. No, I just think Everton love work ethic. Like, you need a bit more than that to do well at Liverpool.
We did, but he made us almost appreciate and not want to get rid of him just because of his work ethic for a while. But then it just got too much.
The pressure under him to score for Everton, he'd be like a superstar, and we'd enjoy the fact that he just runs up his own arsehole loads of times.
I can see that, yeah. Definitely.
Like, I go, he'd be brilliant at Everton. Obviously, it's never going to happen. He'll end up fucking
I watched the compilation of him the other day after Kike signed and all this Isaac nonsense.
And by the way, and I go on record as saying this, I'm not having this Kike, whatever his name is. No. Seen him the other day in the game, I'm like, wouldn't have paid that for him.
Lad, I watched him last night. He is fucking sharp. Did you see his assist?
No, not for me, lad.
Like, he's just 6'4" and he's unbelievable on the ball.
Yeah, man.
I think he'll be surprised.
Playing Bilbao in a fucking friendly. They're all still on the paella then. Still on the paella. They start a week after you.
It's a good team.
They're a week behind Liverpool, the Spanish teams and the foreign teams.
I think he'll be surprised. Look, I'm not saying he's going to fucking beat. I'm worried about his price tag, but he's a good player.
I can't have him.
He's not shit.
I can't have him.
You haven't watched him?
I have watched enough of him to know I'm not having him. I can't have him. Don't know what it is. He's gone to PSG, shit the bed. I know that's a lot of good players. I know, but he's still gone to PSG.
With Mbappe, Neymar and Messi. He's not getting in the team.
He's still gone to PSG and shit the bed.
He's gone to the Bundesliga, done well. After shitting the bed at PSG, playing with them three, he's done well in the Bundesliga. He's only 23.
Granted, but like, Rooney's scoring in the Premier League at 16. Right?
He's not a Rooney.
Well, you're telling me he's like, that's how, if you play up front for Liverpool, that's the metric I'm running you off. You have to be one of the best players in the world. That's how I run the metric. If you play for Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, that type of team, you have to be top tier player for me. Now, I just don't get why you have signed him. I'm looking at it going, why have you signed him just to fucking pull Newcastle's chain? What was that about? Because he doesn't look like a Liverpool player to me.
What do you think it's backfired?
6'4" striker. If it reminds me of like he's taking like an Andy Carroll. I'm like, he's done. Now he's going to do Isaac. If you do him, yeah, great. Because then you go, well, we've done Andy Carroll and Suarez, and we only need one to drop in, which dropped in there. But I just don't get this. I don't get you taking this fella. Especially if you're pursuing Isaac as heavy as you are. You would have been better letting fucking Newcastle sign him and get an Isaac.
I don't know if that was the plan.
So
but
do you think they're both going to play if you sign both of them?
I don't get it.
I don't know, lad.
So is Isaac going to play off the side, or you
Liverpool
going 4-4-2?
fans don't get it. Liverpool fans don't.
Would he play on the left?
With Wirtz off the left coming in and Kirkes being that fucking outlet. Because when we play, we don't play with four at the back. We'd have Verge, Canate and Grav. And then our wing backs are up there. So Wirtz is starting on the left but coming in. And we've got two. Wirtz behind.
How's Frimpong been in the early part? Frimpong?
I think Bradley was pipping him. But Bradley just got injured. So Frimpong started last night.
Bradley's problem is he can't stay fit.
He can't stay fit. But he would have started the season. But Frimpong's going to start now. And he's the fastest player I've ever seen, I reckon.
Frimpong?
And he gets in good positions, but...
Faster than Chloe Kelly?
No, she'd be faster. And she got a broken leg and blind. And she's still quicker than him. The start will be out tomorrow. Chloe Kelly runs faster than any man ever because she's drank that much helium. She's had 15 litres of helium before she speaks. So nice, you've done it twice! Fuck off. had a street party and all that. I just can't, and you can't even get away from it because the social media algorithm now, whenever you move around, there they are, and you go, oh, get fucked, will you? Fuck off.
I was hoping with this online fucking safety thing, they might have took it down, women's football, for damaging people's eyes.
Oh no. Oh no, it's here to stay. That psychological operation is in full swing. And I don't know what their end game is because they're ultimately going to go, we've been running the WSL now for 70 years and we've lost £500 billion. And the same weird crowd of lesbians, young kids who are getting free tickets and overweight women are here. Like, we haven't managed to actually get a real crowd in. And there's people who keep throwing dildos on the pitch. The WNBA, the dildos getting through on the pitch, lad.
Was that true?
Have you not seen this?
Lad, I seen a thing with RFK today and I thought it was AI when he stood next to Trump.
No, there's a few of them, you have to be careful with it. I think that is AI.
Is it real or is it not?
I don't know, I haven't watched that one. I've seen one that nearly got me the other day.
I've got to show you.
But there's also...
Lad, it has to be real. And
No, 100%. 100%. The WNBA now, people are throwing like a luminous dildos and that onto the court, and they're having to stop the game to obviously clear out the giant dildo.
There's a thing,
and
people are betting on it.
The girls have come out and saying, like, they're kicking off going, this is dangerous to our safety, we could like roll over our ankle and all that. But some of the replies to that, I think her name's Sophie Cunningham.
This has got to be
big
real.
WNBA player.
But these overgrown behemoth women are just trying to airball free throws and blow layups in peace.
That's how good AI is now, lad. That's AI, that lad.
Who's RFK?
Robert Kennedy Jr. I know the one who's got the mad voice. He's John Kennedy. He's one of the Kennedy family, but he's Bobby Kennedy's lad.
Everyone thinks it's
Lad, obviously that's AI.
What's in the room now?
I know, that's how good AI is, lad. That's how good it's getting. Surely you knew that when you seen it.
Overgrown behemoth women.
Well,
no,
lad,
but I generally was 50-50.
I think that's the reaction to the WNBA and the clip with Shaq done a load of numbers, didn't it? Because he was saying about equal pay and all that, but he just
lowering the
numbers
rims.
and lowering the rims and all that. You do all that, but what started happening as a almost guerrilla rebellion against the wokeness and the WNBA being a part of the American woke angle is some fellas have started going the game. I think the fellas, I don't know, they might be women, I don't know, but people have started going the game and during the games throwing dildos onto the court. Now they've got to stop the court to get the dildo off, but the players are now coming out saying, listen, this is really dangerous, we could roll our ankle on the dildo, so it's gone nuts. So more people are throwing dildos on and up because they've gone, oh, he's coming into the men's arena, he's fucking about. So it's only a matter of time. Remember the fella outside Everton's training ground? He gets a big purple dildo in his ear. Sky Sports used to do that gorilla thing. Have you seen that? Yeah. And the fella he doesn't even know he's like this, isn't he? He's like this. He doesn't realise he's got a big purple double ender stuck right down his fucking lug hole. And Sky had to change the way they done interviews then. They couldn't do it outside in the fans anymore because of that dildo getting rammed in that fella's ear. So they had to change it. So that's why after that, you've seen them all behind like the fence. The clubs had to give them a safe space away from dildo people. Dildo people. But now what I think is going to happen here is, like, what's to stop males who are frustrated with the WSL attending the games and just launching a dildo on? Then there's going to be similar to what there is in America, and then the Labour Party will make a rule and bring a law out that if you're seen carrying an offensive dildo at games, you're getting 10 years jail. If you're seen at a women's footy game with a dildo, you're getting 10 years jail. And you're like, right, well, that's all them fucking fat birds over there getting jail, like, because they're getting no sausage. They're pure dildo heads.
I'm just thinking, how would you smuggle a dildo into the ground, though?
Down your kecks.
Yeah,
up your kecks. Up your kecks.
Hey, you can bet on the colour. You can bet on the colour of the dildo on in American markets.
The next one to it, this is so what I mean. So I actually really, I tipped my cat to them when I seen it because I thought, do you know what?
Should we go and do it?
No, we'd never condone. Don't listen to anybody. We would never condone anybody doing that in a WSL game. Like, we wouldn't clip it up or laugh about it on this show ever if anyone done that. We're not advocating throwing dildos at any of the WSL matches, especially the ones live on Sky. Definitely don't do that. But it would be really, really interesting if there was a response to the gaslighting and they went, oh, you're going to gaslight us, are you? Yeah, okay, no problem. Cough for these fucking bag of dildos. And you've got to stop the game for it. And when you look at it, you go, there's ways to protest, isn't there? I kind of respect the Americans for protesting the WNBA the way they have. But if you'd done that in England, this government would come out and they'd put a new law in place that prohibits the carrying of offensive dildos at stadiums, and anyone seen with it. You can have a machete, you know that, no problem, because they have sound, but you cannot be seen with a dildo at the stadium. In case you're...
What's the worst thing? What's been thrown onto the pitch? Remember Figo got that pig's head thrown at him?
Oh yeah.
Was that on the pitch
I got caught for at Burnley with a fucking great shot with a bottle of Coke. Caught me right on the lid.
Yeah.
Seen it at the last minute against Burnley for QPR.
Oh right.
So that was, and then I give it back to the fans on the way off, and then that's why when I was signing, there was a bit of bad blood between me and Burnley. But then obviously they watched me play and went, yeah, we'll have this cunt. This is a proper player, this fella. And the rest is history. But when I initially went there, I'd had a few run-ins with the Burnley fans because one of them had fucking absolutely whacked me on the head with a bottle of Coke.
Full?
It was a great
Full
shot.
bottle of Coke?
Like 3/4. He'd only had a couple of sips. So they're carrying a bit of weight them, especially coming out the terraces.
What about
I seen at the last minute, tried to move fucking cough for me.
What about in Europe and Turkey or anything like that?
You get coins pinged off you. Sunderland was bad for me. I reckon I got about £45 in 10p's or 20p's bounced off me in that Sunderland game.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It's the only time in my life the police came over and said, get back in the dugout now. I was like, I've been told to warm up by the manager. They said, if you don't go back in now, we're going to arrest you.
Really? Yeah.
I went, I was doing my warm up. But when they were launching it at me, obviously they sting, don't they, when you're like 50p and a pound coin and all that. But obviously I just started picking them up and was going, just kept putting them in my sock, just picking them up, just noising them up. So they were throwing more at me. But obviously the more they threw, the more I picked up. Next minute, lad, riot police and that were there. So I'm doing my warm up and I had a full thingo in the corner of riot police with the shield up because I was getting pelted that much.
See, it's mad, that.
And then the match day safety commander came over and went, get back in the dugout now. I was like, I'm warming up. He said, if you don't go in the dugout now, I'm going to arrest you. So I've gone back to bench 2 minutes later, 5 minutes later. Man just like, I said, he told me I can't warm up. He went, what? So to get warm, you going on? I said, he told me he's going to arrest me if I warm up. So I had to just warm up, like where the fucking... Sunderland is quite a big entrance to the finger, so I had to just use the Sunderland to go on, to warm up.
Do you reckon it'll get as spicy as that this season, the time we are?
Yeah, they hate each other. Like, they proper hate each other. It's good that that's back on the table.
Yeah, but that squad... like the squad you had with Nobby and all that, you had a little rival, like a.
By the way, they had a good team, you know. They had a good team with Jordan Henderson. They had a good side. Yeah. They were no mugs. Them. They had, you know, it was relatively. Actually, when we got promoted from the champ to the Prem, they were riding quite tight. They were doing all right, like going on a good run, and then we snotted them 5-1, and normal service kind of resumed after that. We always had the number, but for a period there was when Newcastle were lost away a little bit. Sunderland were the top dogs for a season or two.
Yeah.
Peter Reid obviously had them in a good position, didn't he? Didn't he get them with Niall Quinn and Kevin Phillips into kind of third, fourth position in the Prem? But apart from that, I think this season, Newcastle must have had the worst window of any of the Premier League clubs.
I think it's embarrassing that they've had this poll, they've got the money, they're in the Champions League, and they cannot
use have rigged the game against them.
Anyone?
Use have rigged the game.
We are getting the blame, like.
But also, they've lost the sporting director, so they lost Ashworth. The beginning of their project falling apart is Ashworth going, isn't it, really? Because if you're the Saudis and you're trying to build something that has incredible legacy there, you can't have people getting taken off you. You can't, you know, and whether that's players or staff, the other side, you can't imagine Man City, when they were trying to build the way Newcastle are, getting the stuff happened to them. What's happened to Newcastle? Like, Abu Dhabi, they're just gone, fuck off, you're not signing Aguero, go and fuck yourself. Like, he's going to stay here for 3 years and not play because we have got that much money. So, unfortunately for you, Alexander, you've made a fucking bad decision and you're going to sit here now for 3 years and go in that freezer for 3 years. It's only 150 mil. I'll just pull another 28 barrels of oil out the ground tomorrow and offset that. But you're going in the freezer for 3 years. They have to do something like that so that every other player goes, oh no, you can't do that there. Now, if Alexander Isak gets out and Liverpool force their hand, what annoys me about it is Liverpool are almost like, yeah, you should let him go to us. It's like, you have just gone nuts because Trent was leaving for no fee. You end up getting 10 mil. You're about to take Newcastle's best player off them since probably Alan Shearer. And you should just go, oh yeah, sorry, you are higher than us in the food chain. There you go, there's our best player. I actually hope they dig their feet in and go, nah, fuck yous.
Have you seen the noise up on Twitter where someone's done like a Newcastle fan account and they're getting AI to make flags, like leaving flags for Isak?
No, I haven't seen it, no.
War Isaac and all that, like saying thanks for the service. But obviously it's a Liverpool fan in disguise and the fucking Geordies are going nuts.
I feel for them. I do feel for them because
I do, as a Liverpool fan.
like they
mad.
took the punt on him at 63 mil from Sociedad when clearly everyone's know the going rate. I think Eddie Howe, he's developed him. I think he's made him a better player. Like I think he was good when he got to Newcastle, but I think he's miles better now. Now you might just say that's just a maturing process, but you'd have to give Newcastle some credit for his development. They've just won the cup for the first time in fucking 9 million years. They're in the Champions League. And what's ended up happening is it looks like the sporting director who's been sacked should have renegotiated his contract last year and got him paid properly, hasn't done it, and that's the chink of light in the door that they're trying to use to force the way out.
Yeah.
Now, Liverpool are historic, like behemoth of a club. There's no doubt about it. But if Newcastle one day have aspirations to be part of that type of conversation, then you can't get your kicks pulled down by Liverpool this window. I'm sorry. I'd like to see Newcastle dig their feet in and go, no, you're not going anywhere. But I just don't think it's going to happen. And I think it's due to how all that PIF, the Saudi fund, FSG, Chelsea, Clearwater, the Saudi League, however they're spinning all that dough, because that's just a fucking big dough washing operation now. And however they're spinning that through and what other mad businesses they got outside, I think a deal will be done. The Saudi mob, or I think that I'd be surprised if the Saudi mob don't take Nunes, and I think that'll give Liverpool then the opportunity to make. They've offered 120 and then gone back and offered 110, which is like a fucking piss take in it, really.
I know, that is weird. Like we knew
But
they weren't going to accept it, but I've heard the deal's done 135 plus add-ons, and this is all like smoke.
Bollocks.
It's all just bollocks. Yeah, it's
Just
done.
to get it done.
But this Sesko thing, I think we'll still get him even if they don't sign him, and it'll just be embarrassing. I think he's going to go to United, Sesko. And I still think we'll get Alisson.
Again, if you're Sesko, he's obviously told both teams he's interested in going. Like he's leading them both. You know, you got two birds at the nightclub. In the nightclub here, he's spinning the plates of both of them. Sometimes you do that to get a good deal because you go, the only way I can get the deal I want is by having a couple of birds on the go. Yeah, need a few plates to be getting spun. But it looks like
Newcastle up front with the money.
How do Newcastle really compete with? If Newcastle can't compete with Man United now when they're in the Champions League, they've just won a cup, and Man United have had the worst season ever, and then fucking are they even in Europe?
No.
If they take players off Newcastle now, then that's the end for Newcastle. They're never going to be bigger than them. This is the time that they've got to take Sesko off the table if they're going to sell Isak, and so they're not wanting to sell Isak till they get Sesko, aren't they?
No.
So if they get Sesko, I think Isak's gone.
I know we went over.
I think
it,
Isak's gone anyway.
I do.
But if you're Newcastle and you had anything about you, you'd have to say
You're not going
like
anywhere.
I seen Shearer capitulate and gone, you've got to sell him and let him go.
Has he?
He's capitulated, and which is, it's like,
Have to pay
yeah,
him.
that's what you've got to do. But if you're proper and you say, right, we're playing a 15-year game here, we're playing a long game, fuck you and fuck your 135 million, and we'll fucking see you in the fridge and see how long you want to stay in the fridge for. But we've got 3 years on your deal, and do you know what, fuck you. What's 150 mil to the Saudis? What's 250 mil to them, lad? Nothing, fuck all.
In other news, speaking of Geordies, have you seen that the Ibiza final boss
Oh,
on Twitter, lad? What's going on
Lad.
there, lad? He's
Oh
a
my
Geordie,
God.
isn't he?
Is he a Geordie?
He's come out
seen him, yeah. I
and,
seen them talk yesterday.
his name's Jack.
What's going on there? Is he on the noise up there?
He's got to be Annie.
Lad, you go in the barbers there, or like, he's got to have no mates, because if you've got proper mates there, they're going, lad, you've just put a walnut whip on the top of your head there, lad.
Looks like an
But-
acorn.
Also, is it like he's gone viral, so it's, you know, it's a good way of having a right noise up in it. Like, it is a good way. Like, I
can't
can't
be
really
real.
talk with this fucking moose stanger on at the minute, but
Lad, no,
Lad,
it's fucking...
he's like a Bo Selector. It reminded me of Bo Selector. You
Yeah,
remember Craig David? Proper Bo. With the beard, and he had like the beard and the chain. I was like, what? He can't have gone out like that. And he's like mooching around the birds, and you can see the birds like, wow, is this real? Like Frank Sidebottom in O Beach. Lad, there's some creatures in there though, isn't there? There is.
Yeah.
Like, you
But
go
that's
in
why
there,
we
lad,
call
in
them
the
the
sun.
final bosses, because that's what they all look like now.
Final boss.
This mad wig, like this mad
I
fucking...
don't know what they're going for.
Lloyd
there.
Lad,
Christmas.
It's obviously lads, because now you've got this problem, like, you can't go bald anymore. Like, there's loads of young lads out there who were obviously the old wingbacks, Roberto Carlos and fucking Cafu have bolted right on. And with all these remedies out there, and you can get like candy floss stitched into it in here and turkey, people are just coming up with all kinds of fucking mad weaves. Like back in the day where you couldn't get that in, and they'd fucking have the old walnut whip and the fucking...
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So instead of just going, I'm just gonna fucking have a skinhead here because my fucking bannet's not worth a carrot. You can see on the back, he's got the old baboon's ass, the final boss. If you look, when the light catches him, because other people have put the other videos up, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Going, there's more fuzzies, there's dancing, he's like that. Yeah. But from the back, and it's even worse from the back.
He's got the egg nest, hasn't he?
Well, it's not just that, it's how high it's cut, but it's also the... He's got the old baboon's ass, he's fucking combing that, and he only looks young. So... There's so many lads out there to see now. Now, I'm not really one to talk, but there's so many lads I'm seeing out there with some fucking mad haircuts at the minute.
Yours are sad.
But
it's pretty normal.
No, but I'm saying like proper walnut whips, big mad heads on them, and you're going,
there's a few characters though, but it's the way to become famous now, isn't it?
So where's the final boss thing come from? What's that all about?
It's just like I be for final boss, like this mad wig, big massive glasses, shit beard, fake gnashes. Like fake tan, or... You
Can't you describing Cambo here? That wasn't him in fucking... That isn't Cambo that's Cambo in Old Beach, isn't it? That's it. He went to Turkey last week. We haven't seen him. We think he's gone for another hair transplant. He hasn't popped into Ibiza to have a dance-off before he's come back, has he? Can anyone confirm or not
sure he's in the
final
stream,
boss
so
is Mark Campbell, who was once on this show? Because he's got the teeth, he's got the beard, he's got the sunnies.
There's a few.
He just hasn't got the Barney.
All the time.
Someone just put in the comments there, if you're onto that Danny boy on TikTok.
Oh, lad.
He's a cracker.
What's going on with these people? So these people, this HS TikTok and Ed Matthews and Danny boy, are they live all the time on something? Their lives are just live.
They do like IRL live streams. So
they just turn the camera on and walk around.
Someone just follows them with the camera. They're just pissing
like
about.
For what, until the battery runs out? Like all night?
It'll never run out. Yeah, they've got like a big backpack with like internet in.
They like start.
It's mad.
It's quite innovative though, isn't it? It's like.
Lad, they start getting they're getting Bird's numbers in front, like, and then going, you need to. And I'm just going, you're gonna run into the wrong fella shortly, here, lads, and gonna get yourselves in a right pickle live on the telly. Like you're messing around with fucking divvies and young kids and divvies, but you're gonna, the way you're mooching around, you're gonna run into somebody who just is not messing around.
At the end though.
Yeah,
they're getting weighed in, like.
Must be. But the bad, like, some of the stuff they do is quite funny, but I'm like...
That Danny boy's hilarious, lad.
Lad, he's not well.
I'm not on to Danny. Who's Danny boy?
Oh, this the fella who's going to Thailand, that he's in Thailand, just going, Bray goes here, just fucking living all that. I actually really enjoy him.
Yeah,
and I only see him because the lad from All Right Fans puts him up and just goes, this is some of the best content you've ever seen. You're like, but he just doesn't care, does he?
No.
But I can't imagine the stuff he's doing beyond that. I only see the clips.
This one's, yeah.
This is him, lad, yeah.
That's the good one. I've never seen him before, mate.
Well, the clips are funny, but I don't know whether he does the IRL stuff or... But it's just mad out there, innit? Like the internet. Obviously, what the split asses are doing with the OnlyFans and all that, but these streamers are like taking it to a new level.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just... It's the Wild West, isn't it? Like... You know, if you're a bird out there and they say, right, you can make 20 million here by just getting your Alan Wickers off on the couch every night, how are you going to turn that down? You know what I mean? It's like it's life-changing money for sitting in the house and fucking...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not actually doing anything other than getting your moggy out on the webcam or on whatever. They've probably got a couple who work for them who are typing all the player boxes who are throwing themselves around the fucking bedrooms.
Surely this fucking Keir Starmer's putting a stop to that as well then?
I don't know what's going on, haven't I? Yeah.
Is your account being closed yet?
On which? Which? I don't, lad, it's not my world, that. Yeah. I would expect if you were younger and of a different era, you might have been in there having a, you know what I mean, when you were younger, but like, they must be preying on
it's weird.
Sick, perverted men, which is thousands of.
So some girl, right?
Themselves around the bedrooms.
Some girl who's been famous
a day.
Since she was like 13. Some young Asian girl.
Seen this the other day, yeah. And she's got
an
an
OnlyFans
at 18.
She's just the day she turned 18. They're like at midnight. She opened an OnlyFans and earned £1 million in a day. She just turned 18. So
is that not grooming?
All the content, if you think about it, all the content she's took was before that because she's uploaded it on the minute she's turned 18. So she was 17 when she's made the content, and all these fucking freak owl fellas And
Yeah, it's weird.
like buzzing off it.
People
It's
go on
fucking
though, but you
weird.
can remember being in school. Well, I can certainly remember being in school like 13, 14 and seeing lads in cars picking girls up from our school. And you go, they're basically nonsense, aren't they? You'd be lads in boss cars who'd pick the odd bird up from school and that. You'd see it at every school and you go, fucking jammy cunts. Because he's got a boss car, he's fucking 19 or 20, but they're picking up schoolies. You're like, you're a beast, lad. Like, but you don't, like, oh, the Pakistanis and all the grooming gangs, which, you know, that is out there and it's what I'm saying.
It happened,
Like,
anyway.
Yeah.
Men on the whole are
Yeah.
perverts, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? It's like, so where there's a market for that, and women can go, I can earn 20 million, like,
Fair play to them, yeah.
legit 20 million in your bank, like, it's like, took a few pictures, like, it's fucking, you know, there's probably the birds who were doing it will be, if you're in a thing where you're WhatsApping or whatever they do now, the kids fucking Snapchat or whatever, I would imagine, you know, you're saying, sends a picture of Bristol, sends a picture, you know, so you might as well make 20 mil from it. I'm not condoning it, but I'm just going, you know, you can see the fucking, how they've ended up there. But like, not everyone's making 20 mil. Surely there's a few people who are struggling to fucking keep the.
Well, that bird.
Like,
I don't know if you've seen. I don't know if you followed it. You tweeted obviously that you're off social media the other day, and one of the whores of OnlyFans replied saying,
Did they, yeah?
"Oh, it's about damn time" or something.
There's one of them been on my case for a while though, haven't they?
It'll be that bird. It's the same one, and
Yeah, but
everyone was
it's
just
free
giving a
publicity
shit.
for her,
Like,
innit?
she sells a moggy for free.
So it's free
So it's not
publicity
even
for
getting
She's not
her.
even
money for
getting
it.
weighed in. She's just like a whore.
But also, listen, if she's happy, and also they're trying to generate publicity, aren't they, for obviously more perverts to follow them who maybe follow me. But
That's what it's good
there
for,
can't be that
Twitter,
many
innit?
though, so obviously, you know, I run a quite clean account. Yeah, so with the social media one, I just thought this government are going to lock anybody up for, like, if you repost something to do with, like, a protest outside the hotel, you know, fucking flying squad will come through your door. I just thought, nah. I think that's too draconian. And until that online safety things changed or the legislation's changed, then I will not be using social media the way I do, because I don't think Musk protects us. Protects certain people if he wants to, but he doesn't protect freedom of speech. He has done loads for it, but he hasn't given us complete protection from it. So, as I said, the podcast, I'll be sitting down one-on-one with people, and then the Friday and Monday show, yeah, and I'll be staying off social media. It'll just be admin only, that. I'll, you know, admin or retweet things I like, but I won't be giving my opinion on there, because Keir Starmer and his fucking band of merry fucking men will quite happily delight, I think, in getting their hands on me again.
Did you see that sign what was put up? I don't know if it was obviously Fugazi or whatever, about the Four Police in central London. If you're having illicit fraud,
AI's got you again there.
Yeah.
I took a photo of it. And then I asked Groch, I said, what's it? And he went, no, I know what you mean, yeah. But like, we're not long off that.
No.
But that is
Like,
another AI shot. We've got to be careful with this AI now, because if you watch it, you're like, you have to really watch it and go, oh, but how long till you can't tell the difference?
Yeah.
And then at that point,
It's fair now.
well,
The new Groch
Is there?
has just
You
come out.
generally could
The new
somebody
Groch.
was explaining to me about artificial intelligence the other day, who's way smarter than me, and it's so scary, it's untrue. Like, I don't think they know what it, like, it's beyond, it's so far beyond that, it's untrue. And at the and they know it, they can, like, some of the things that it's doing, like, it's not going to listen to humans. Like, they should just turn it off and say, we need to do away with this, because it's going to see us off. I'm convinced of it.
They're not though, are they? Like, I've seen
But they
Zuckerberg's going
can't,
heavy on that as well.
yeah. They're all, now
It's like a new battle for it.
Now it's the new nuclear space, isn't it? It's the new Manhattan Project, where you bet at everyone having it than only one person having it. Because if one person's got it, they're in charge of a lot of things and got a lot of power, whereas if everyone's got it, but, you know, you're looking at it going, well, the Chinese must have been aware of that, because they're quite technologically advanced. So what have they got that we haven't got? The Yanks will obviously have, what they're showing now just, you know, gives a gym session, ChatGPT, or imagine what the American deep state have got in terms of AI, you know, in Silicon Valley, where you're like, you know, the private stuff that's kept away from the public. I don't think we're aware of the capability of that, and it does really literally puts the fear of God into you.
So what's worst case scenario?
Oh.
Come on, just like give an example.
It gets that clever that it realises we are actually a hindrance
The humans.
and either farms us and gets us to do stuff for it, or just absolutely does away with us
How would it do that though? Just
quite easily. I
send
think.
all the nukes
You've
out?
seen all the robots that Boston Dynamics and fucking hell. So they reckon it's worked out, like how to, so you trying to shut it down. It's already worked out how to, like, replicate loads of things that you can't actually turn it off. And they reckon it's only a short distance away from actually being able to, like, tap in and do it itself, like where you just can't turn it off. Like, it'll tap into energy systems, and then it'll get all the things that are robotic to work for it, to do its bidding.
Like what though? Like
full
what's
on
that?
Westworld, isn't it?
Even beyond that, like it'll be a robot army controlled by a sentient computer being that's way smarter than, like,
Terminator gear.
like we can't even understand it. No, it's that clever. We can't understand it because that's how quick it learns. It
Well,
learns at a speed we can't even.
Have you had one of them?
compute.
How about this for the theory then?
Have you had one of them?
No.
How about this for the theory that they're already here?
What?
Well, yeah, well,
The simulation theory.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's too random for that. Like, life's too random for that. But the more and more we go on, the more and more I'm going, we're not a million miles away from it, are we? Like, we're really, really not. Well, like, when I watch, like, Ready Player One and that, I go,
Heavy film.
are we a fucking million miles away
That's
from
my
that? Where
favourite
we
film,
are?
that, you know?
No,
Favourite
not
ever
really.
film.
No.
Number one.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Great film now.
Before we open all this, should we call it a day? We've got
Yeah.
a big game tomorrow, haven't we?
I've got a big match.
Big game tomorrow. Yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. We've covered everything I wanted to cover there. I haven't missed anything out, have I? Other than Sun leaving Spurs, which I was surprised at for LA FC. Surprised to see him go, but
Deserves an
also,
Aldi though, doesn't he?
yeah, I was surprised to see him go. I still think he's got a lot to offer, but obviously he's decided he's had enough.
He's gone with the trophy, I respect it.
He's decided he's had enough, hasn't he? He's obviously wants to say what he thinks and be able to say what he wants online, so he's decided to leave the Soviet state of Great Britain
Yeah.
and go to the land of the free and the good old US of A. So thanks for joining us. Great result for Rangers. Hope you've enjoyed the show. We will be back on Friday.
Friday morning.